This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
This is a PSA, or public sock announcement. Experts have declared Bombas socks as the best way to warm up chilly feet. These pairs are super cushy, soft, and designed for maximum coziness. Plus, for every pair purchased, another pair will be donated, so someone in need of essential clothing can stay warm this winter. Go to bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN at checkout.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
The steam begins to rise, it slowly effervesces. Leaves are crinkling under sweet caresses. I cherish this moment of natural bliss. Nothing's missing when I'm pissing outside. Pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. Pissing outside. Come on, America. Pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. There you go. You know, a rock, a bush, a shrubbery, a tree. You can go anywhere you please. There's so many things that you can christen. So make it like your mission and just start pissing outside. Pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. You know my favorite place is in the virgin snow. You find a fresh canvas and let it flow. Sign your name and watch it glisten. Unless you're in Alaska, then your task is to go faster, 'cause it freezes and you have to walk backwards while you're pissing outside. Pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. Pissing outside. Pissing outside. Nice. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. Because the grass is always greener when you water with your wiener outside.
Yes, we'll have a follow-up on that song here in a moment. We'll explain everything. And good morning, it's...
Just did it.
The Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for sharing.
Don't take the west staircase.
I'm right out the front door, right down the stairs. I don't give a...
We'll explain in a minute.
Zero F's given. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
I understand you have a song right off the bat is what I heard.
Oh, wow.
There you go. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
Josh Arnold.
Hello.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick. Here's Tom.
Unusual day here. We opened up with Billy Jonas. And the song, as you just heard, about outdoor urination.
One of your passions, hobbies?
Yeah, it's something I enjoy.
Interests? Okay.
Get a kick out of it.
Uh-huh.
Just finished it. We have no running water here in the Friggamall building today.
Didn't pay the bill.
And
it was Kristi's
My fault.
job this month.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a major issue with the plumbing.
Evidently.
They were working overnight, and they thought they'd get it, but they didn't. So,
is it a root?
I couldn't tell you what it is.
Okay.
I have no idea.
You know, when I was a kid, the water main would break for school, no running water.
Right.
They'd cancel school.
Yeah, they would cancel school.
We don't get a nice little fun day today?
For legal purposes,
I think technically
you can take one.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
you can't take one. Well, what am I saying? For legal purposes, everyone has the option of leaving. I did call Kristi.
Hell yeah, I'm going to call OSHA. OSHA's my weed dealer. He's got
Well, I
really good
think
stuff.
if you call any branch of the National Labor Relations Board, we're all in violation right now.
OSHA sounds like the name of someone who'll be singing at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new OSHA video? No. So Kristi has been given the option of going home, and I said, or you can come in, and if you have to use a toilet facility, you can hop in your car. And go to a nearby.
No,
right,
what?
Right out here in the front yard, squatting like a woman.
I'm just telling you for legal reasons, Kristi.
A weed hop.
I could get to Willie's and back
let's say,
in
we
3
can't we
minutes.
go to Willie's house?
Yeah.
No, you guys can't go to my house. Are you kidding me? I got all my stuff there.
It's closer than the Starbucks.
Well, I could go to Starbucks.
I don't want you guys goofing around with all my stuff. I got all my stuff over there. I got my
I'm not
things.
going to touch your stuff. I just want to use your toilet.
Let's vote. Who wants Kristi to piss in the front yard? I vote yes.
Yeah, you got to pop a squat there.
I want it. You're wearing an ascot today, and
Yes.
it's funny to see a lady in a high-end accessory urinate outside.
We turn around. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd have to take a picture of it. Would you be okay with me taking a picture but not looking? But at the picture, I'd look.
No.
I think it'd be all right.
I'm curious.
Let me answer for her. Yes, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Real quick question, Willie. So, are you suggesting that should Kristi opt to the so-called Papa Squat event,
Right.
she could use her ascot as a wiping device?
No, you freak. That's not what I'm doing. I'm talking about...
Oh, it takes toilet paper. I am a woman.
There's a dichotomy between...
I thought you were going to call her Dyke. I swear to God.
between women's tieable neck accessories and urinating outside.
Yeah,
Like, there's not a lot of crossover.
I see.
I'd be afraid I would get it all over myself. I'm not good at that.
Here's the thing. Josh could hold your hands.
There you go.
And you could lean back on the staircase.
You guys out of your
So,
kind of like a reverse cowgirl.
if you think we got hits on social media for the photographs of us transformed into our opposite gender, and if we had one of you dangling your ass over concrete stairs with Josh holding you, it'd probably not very focused.
And if a little of your urine splashed on my legs and I loved it, no big deal.
So now we're calling OSHA and we're calling HR and the stair company because we have that wobbly stair.
Yeah, that
out
stair
there.
company. That stairs. Oof.
Yeah,
I think it's exciting, man. It gets you. It's better than a cup of coffee. It
You
gets
never know if
going.
you're going to make it.
So the point is, Kristi, if you have the option of leaving, I've made
No,
this public.
you called me yesterday. I was.
And they thought they were going to have it fixed. I don't know. There's a pretty serious problem, but we are having a what do you call it? Porta potty delivered here.
I'd rather go to Starbucks.
Well, that's again the last time we had one, nobody used it. But the point is,
Not true. No, that's not true.
you used that thing?
I was the first to use it,
Dumpage.
and if you remember, it was freezing outside.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And it was the first time I had ever seen a literal steaming pipe.
That's cool.
It was awesome. Yeah.
It was awesome.
This is a bummer. Now the toilets are broken. I can't play my game. Every day I flush a little Super Ball down the toilet bowl. It's really fun for me. I kind of take account of
Does
where
it ever
goes.
bounce back up?
No, it never does. It always just
darn
falls
it.
down, makes a weird bubbling noise.
Yeah.
The
Water
way that
leaks everywhere.
Toilets were bubbling earlier in the week. I don't know anything about this, but it looked like to me, my Fix-It shows, we might have some roots in the pipes or something.
Well, I came into this room and I said, "You're not going to." You guys all poo-pooed it. No,
I didn't
poo-poo
poo-poo it. I saw it.
When
saw it, too.
when we say bubbling,
It's like a cauldron, like a witch's cauldron.
but it was so much so that it was coming up and over the lids of the toilets.
I don't think it was that high, but here's the thing.
I was sitting on it when it started bubbling, and I had an impromptu ass douche.
Trying to tell you the women's and the men's or the two restrooms are back to back and the toilets are right. And when you would flush in the women's, if you were seated in the men's, you would get splashed.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to point that out. The entire, this is a large building. All of the toilets and all the water is not functional.
All of them? Even the men's club? Oh.
Hey, do you still have those adult diapers for the challenge?
Yeah, I know. I thought about wearing one today.
You know something? I do. I do.
I was going to call my mom. Yeah. Hey, Mom.
You want to see her? You want to use her?
I'll get an adult diaper.
I have one left.
Old people have them just on hand in case. You never
Do you think
know.
they do that at the extended care facility?
They trade them like cigarettes in
They
prison.
borrow diapers? I bet they do.
Oh, that'd be a great movie scene. You've got a guy with a visor on and a cigarette.
How many you need?
And they're betting. They're playing poker.
So I know for a fact that at my grandmother's place, they give out, it's like a point-based system for the amount of food you get a month, and it does not roll over. So at the end of like every month, every 28th, she goes to the commissary, she gets wine, she gets ramen, she gets everything that she can get, and then she trades them with other people inside.
No kidding.
That's cool.
It's just like the German prison camps in Stalag 17.
But it's got to be sad, though, when you've got 5 days of the month left.
And you have no points.
I've already used my wine allowance.
You have no adult diapers, and you have diarrhea. Oh God. That's when you take yourself out. So in any event, there are no toilets functioning here in the building.
Well, the good news is you'll get fresh coffee every other hour.
I'm hoping. I'm looking for that's.
I can go I usually go about 8.
You can go 2 hours without hitting.
Well, now that we've talked about it, I'll probably sit here. I gotta go.
Early on, I might not go till like 8:39, and I know what you say about me. I have a baby bladder, but I went before I left the house, so I'll probably be.
Are we talking deuce or
urination?
Well, you can pee out the back door.
I think no, I'm peeing out the front door. And if you can't deal with that, hey, man, that's not my problem.
Don't drive by.
I need someone to help me with this. We do have 2 huge ferns.
Don't pee in the fern.
Can you pee in will that kill the fern?
Yes.
No, nitrogen. It's good for them.
You can take it.
I typically go to the back door and stick a brick in the door and go out there.
Oh, yeah? You
Yesterday,
stick a brick and then you...
Just for number 1.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, I saw a couple of critters when I was out there.
Yeah, what'd you see?
Rabbits.
Yeah, a lot of rabbits right now.
I remember when I took a rabbit home from here?
You did?
I had a pet rabbit at home.
How'd you catch it?
You can't do that, chick.
No, it was injured or something. It crawled right up to me. The bunny boy. That's what Bunny boy.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Oh, bunny boy.
Well, coming up, we have a song from Mr. Godwin about an animal. It's a happy ending.
They're related. Probably.
There's a story today in the news. I'm not sure we should even do it. Would you see the golf story? You didn't give that to Chick, did you?
I did.
Yeah, I got
God.
it. Yeah.
It's a golf story. Why would I keep it?
We're going to talk about it.
Well, we got that coming up. A little tribute to a friend of the show today, Dana Gould. It's his birthday.
Ooh.
And Dana has one of my favorite comedy pieces of all time, and it happens to be about his birthday, of all things. He's a fine comedian and a great writer. He was on the staff of The Simpsons. In any event, we've got that coming up. And speaking of toilets and the fact that we don't have any functioning here, we have a very odd toilet science story coming up.
Science!
But when we come back, I believe we have Mr. Godwin's new song, which I loved, a rare medley animal tribute.
Yeah, mashup.
Coming up. Yes, it's very, very nice. Right now, I'd like to begin with... wait, hang on a second. Are you cold?
Yes, I'm always cold. That's why I'm wearing a cardigan.
Check local listings. It's boiling.
It's freezing here.
Outside.
It's always freezing.
It's 40 degrees.
It's people say, "Why do you wear shorts and a sweater?"
Yeah.
Because I have to sit in here.
Oh, I guess I'm like...
I have one season of clothing.
I guess I'm like Kathleen
Freezing.
Turner in Body Heat.
That's right.
You run hot.
I run hot.
Yeah.
Temperature runs
I'm boiling. Okay. Kristi has a sweater on. Quiz time. Question 2, after the question of why you're wearing a sweater, question 2, what is your sleep number bed setting?
35.
Meaning what?
Meaning I like a mattress that's a little on the
gooey
less
side?
firm side.
Okay,
Yes.
bouncy.
Yeah.
Chick McGee, conversely...
100. I like the most firm setting.
And as I think we've established on this program, Sleep Number and the Sleep Number bed people have perfected adjustable firmness. So what am I talking about? Well, you go to a regular mattress store, you lie down, and You lie down on about 6 mattresses, and you talk to the guy with the bad breath. How was that one? You go, get me out of here. But the Sleep Number bed, you can adjust it once you get home. Oh, I like it like this. Bzzzt, and there it goes. And then either side of the bed has its own setting, so there'll be no complaining. I don't know why we got this mattress. This is too firm for me. Honey, take your button. Bzzzt. Now, are you happy? It should be called the Everybody's Happy Mattress, but Sleep Number bed was probably more elegant, and that's what they decided to call it. They didn't ask me. The Sleep Number bed. I love mine. You'll love yours. Unlock your unique potential with a smart bed. How smart is the bed? Well, smart enough to help you discover, Josh, didn't your bed exactly kind of tell you how to do it?
It did, yeah. So I know I'm a 65.
There you go. So here's the thing. If you're smart, you'll act now because Sleep Number has their best sale of the year. Save a staggering 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed this week, and special financing available for a limited time. Details at the Sleep Number store. Find it by going to sleepnumber.com/BT show. Thank you very much. Coming up, we've got coffee in your concrete.
And sports.
And sports, we've got stuff.
Shohei Ohtani shut it down, it looks like. I'll have details. And baby racing in Pennsylvania. Is it legal? We'll talk about it.
Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Listeners, are you looking for a shortcut to better auto insurance for you? Something that takes all the research off your plate, something that's easy, something that matches you at lower rates, something genius. That's where NerdWallet comes in. These nerds have already done the work for you. Just answer a few questions and ta-da, you'll be matched with top insurance providers in your area. Find the right rate for you today at nerdwallet.com. After all, using NerdWallet is more than just smart, it's genius. Not all applicants will qualify for the lowest monthly payments. NerdWallet Insurance Services, Inc. CA resident license number OK92033.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
He's over there in the performance room. I think he's got a song coming up. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
There's Josh Arnold.
That's right, Chick.
What do you have for us, Josh?
Well, I'm at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. Steven Singer Jewelers proving how worthless lab-grown diamonds are by giving away a free 1-carat lab diamond with every engagement ring purchase. While supplies last, purchases necessary. Visit IHateStevenSinger.com for more details.
I call them Franken diamonds.
Yes.
We made it in the laboratory. I say, Boris.
We have to call them laboratory diamonds from now on.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey, I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
I need my laboratory sound effect.
You know all that, all the equipment in Young Frankenstein. You know this is from the original movie.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
The guy who had it, evidently Mel Brooks found out he still had it, and it was in a warehouse, so he went over and got it.
It's one of those really cool facts, like the one when they made the movie Airplane. It's actually kind of a knockoff.
And they were worried
on, what is it, 0 Hour or something?
I think it is 0 Hour.
And they were concerned about getting sued, so they bought the rights to the movie.
I mean, Ted Stryker is the name of the guy in 0 Hour, and of course in Airplane.
And did they use the actual music from?
I don't know
that movie,
but they do use a prop plane sound effect for the jet. Every time you see the jet, you're.
Does it take you out of the movie if you see a prop being used wrong? Like, for example, like that board right there that you're sitting in front of, Josh, would be used in a radioactive bunker or something. You know what I mean?
No,
and you look at something and you go, wait a minute, that doesn't go there.
Every once in a while, I've been whining for years about when they give a phone number and they give a 555 number, and there's ways around that. It's just a decent director would not have to do that.
Right.
So that always throws me. They're a little, sometimes the wrong prop.
Right. You're like, hey, wait, that doesn't belong there.
Sometimes I'll watch a movie and Andy McDowell will be in it. It ruins the whole movie for me.
Her daughter got married over the weekend. What a party that was.
Well, good for her.
We were talking with Donald Fagen from Steely Dan, and I mentioned that his first solo album, how much I love that cover. And it's
the Nightfly?
Yeah, the Nightfly's got that old-fashioned big turntable.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's smoking a cigarette.
Do you remember what he said? He said they built this whole setup for him, and I guess various nerds have been emailing him about that pack of cigarettes. There's something wrong with it, but yeah, those little things are around. Yeah. We have an issue today, speaking of radio stations. We have no running water here and no toilets. So
the more you talk about it, the more I got to pee. So just stop.
Oh, no, I mean, and we have given you permission to A, go home. You don't have to stay here. Or B,
really?
You can go to a nearby Starbucks or Speedway or gas station. There's a movement to have everyone go to Willie's house.
I don't want you guys to go to my house. I got all my stuff there. I don't want you guys. Josh is going to play my Xbox.
No, I would never go.
I want to go through your refrigerator. What do you got in your fridge right now?
Not a lot. I've got a bunch of beer. I've got a bunch of Spotted Cow. I've got some Sprite Zero. I've got some Diet Dr Pepper.
Well, there was two good choices of soda.
Yeah. What kind of TP you got?
I got probably the best TP in the game. I got Scott. It's like 4-ply.
Nope. Charmin.
Ultra. Nope. Shop rags.
You guys are living in the past, man.
Is the towel rack still broke?
Yes, Pat. Everything's broken. You broke everything in my
I broke one thing.
Did you break the towel rack, or did your son break the towel rack?
No, I did.
And then Pat set it up like it wasn't broken. So then one day I just put one towel on it and it fell off.
See?
And then he came to
Made
work
it look like you did it.
He came to work being like, "There's that faulty towel rack at your place, isn't there?"
You're a menace, just like Tom is.
And my handyman is not available right now, so we'll got to get that fixed. Here's my question.
You got a question? Tom has a question.
I think it'd be fascinating to find out what's in Willie's fridge.
Yeah,
that was always kind of a thing back in the day. In the world of dating, we talked about this. You would arrive at someone's house, go through their albums or CDs or whatever.
Now you just Google them before you go.
Right?
Yeah, but
not nearly as romantic.
Our friend has a book called Refrigerator Rights.
Yeah, Dr. Will.
By Dr. Will Miller. Mm-hmm. And it's about how when someone if they come to your house, they get comfortable enough to walk to your fridge and open it up.
Uh-huh.
But that was also kind of a thing in the world of dating. You could open up someone's fridge and get kind of an idea of what was happening. So if someone opens your fridge, they're going to see primarily...
I've got Spotted Cow beer that I smuggled back from Wisconsin. I've got eggs. I've got mushrooms. I've got...
mushrooms
like you can eat?
No, I don't think you guys don't want to eat them. And then I've got American cheese. That's what I have in my fridge.
Wow.
No food?
He's a patriot.
Eggs and American cheese are food, last I checked.
No other food?
I've been doing a lot of frozen veg and then something on the side kind of thing. So yeah, not a lot of food in there right now.
An Ace Cosby refrigerator to me would be a mystery.
Fascinating.
We took pictures of our fridge once. Did you put yours up?
I don't remember.
Oh.
What's in your fridge?
There's some leftover barbecue ribs, a couple of chicken thighs, eggs, various American cheeses.
Uh-huh.
Various American cheeses.
What are you talking about? Yellow and the white?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have white American cheese is the best cheese you got.
Oh, it has to be white.
No, not like that. It's a melting thing. It's not.
It does melt better. It's weird.
Isn't
it weird?
And then I did eggs last night with white American and yellow American cheese. Mm-hmm. It's great. And then it's
do you keep them separated?
I don't. It's
Ebony and ivory.
It's not a Jim Crow thing, everybody. That's not what we're doing.
Wouldn't it be funny if somebody served a Jim Crow omelet?
No, it wouldn't be funny. It wouldn't be funny. That wouldn't be a funny thing to serve.
Like a Civil War restaurant.
Hey, restaurants, if you want to make the news.
Yeah.
Where could you serve a Jim Crow?
It's not like
it could be a history thing.
You can't do it at Ed DeBevick's. Is that what you're saying? Like it's like a silly restaurant?
No, I'm saying like an American history restaurant, and there'd be like something would be Rebel, and it would be.
This is a terrible idea. This is such a bad idea.
Now, yesterday I had my great idea. Chick, you missed this.
All right.
We were talking about making burgers, and the buns are circular, of course. The burgers are typically circular, except at, I guess, Wendy's. But the cheese is not. So I was asking, do they make a single slice pre-wrapped cheese in circular form for burgers? Why doesn't someone do this?
They make a round Kojak cheese
that you
can buy, and provolone is round.
But you have to cut it, though, right?
No, they're round. They're round singles.
Oh, really? And are they good? What flavor are they?
Kojak, I just said. Colby and Monterey
Kojak
Jack.
I thought Kojak was a TV show from the 70s.
It's Colby and Monterey Jack.
They're mixed together?
Yes.
That's right.
You've never had
we
that?
can't serve them in our Jim Crow omelet then.
Send Stavros.
Such a bad idea. Why are you?
But, Tom, please tell Chick what you do with the square American cheese.
Nutso here.
Is there?
Yeah, what do you hear this?
I prefer nutsy
Okay.
instead of nutso, but go ahead.
I take my scissors.
Sure you do.
His Cutco's.
And
Are you me?
No.
And at home, we were discussing this. I have the good scissors. I have the Cutco. Thank you
The
very
more
much.
or less sterilized scissors.
Yeah, and then
for
I just sometimes if I'm in a hurry, just trim the corners off. Then you take the corners and put them in the middle of the burger. Then put the slice on. That's now, what would that be? A octagon? Give me time. I'll think of it.
A parallelogram?
6-gram. What is it? A 6-gram. That's
6-gram. That's right.
But that way, then the cheese doesn't melt into the side and get all mixed up with the hamburger.
And it's nice because sometimes you get a fiber of one of his socks that he was previously cutting with the Caesars.
Yeah,
there you go.
No,
the Caesars.
Will it a fiber?
You're wrong there because I know which scissors I just use for the food. It's those little girls in the house that are using the ones. Oh, Daddy, I was just cutting up my socks, as you say.
Do your dogs do what my dogs do? And when you go to the refrigerator, that's my fault. I have to pay it's online. Evidently, it's become a fad. You have to pay the cheese tax. I open the cheese drawer, and they could be in their room or outside, and I look down, and there they both are.
I love cheese.
Waiting for the cheese, so I have to give them a half a slice of cheese.
See, dogs are never wrong. That means the cheese is
They want their bite, don't they?
That's right. She takes a bite.
Now, this just in, someone has told me this. You could use a cookie cutter with a round shape.
There you go.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Or treat yourself.
Corners.
Tell yourself you are somebody. Get a star shaped and put it on your
I'm
burger. A star. Yeah.
We can't have this. We can't have round American cheese everywhere because if that happens, what we're going to lose in our society. When you unwrap a McDonald's cheeseburger, the corners cause that paper cheese that you scrape off with one of the harder fries.
Yeah.
And that cannot go.
That is a real treat.
Yeah.
Chick, you're exactly right.
You chisel it off with one of the...
After a long, hard day, it's just having that little piece of cheese on that parchment paper.
If they served an item called paper cheese...
I would... the Happy Meal, the paper cheese nuggets, or cheeseburger.
And we could we all talk about how that when you get that, it's certain places when they have both French fries available and onion rings.
Yep.
You order the fries, but get one onion ring.
It's a bonus.
Wouldn't that be great if McDonald's, and if you got one, you'd get some kind of a prize?
Jack in the Box used to mix them.
They did?
There was a thing, I forget what it was called. Remember when Jack in the Box really leaned into their stoned demographic?
Dude,
and they would have kind of foggy commercials with a puppet.
Well, it seems like everybody was doing that for like right before weed got legalized in like 2009, and like Taco Bell was doing fourth meal and stuff.
You're exactly right.
They were really going directly towards stoners.
They were, where it was eat at 2 a.m.
And as a young budding stoner, boy, did they get me.
And with Jack in the Box, it was, I believe, though, Tom, it was a little different than the onion ring fries. It was curly fries and regular fries.
No.
But there's a hypocrisy here.
I like
when you get your fries and there's one onion ring, we love it. Oh my! But when you get your onion rings and there's one fry in there, we're a little disappointed, aren't you?
I think I am.
Yeah. Took up the space that another onion ring could have had.
It's reverse racism, is what it is.
How about this? French fries in the bottom of the bag belong to the person who went and got the food.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. And if the person who got the food, as many fries as they can eat during the drive are there.
Absolutely.
Even out of the container?
Yes.
That's incorrect.
Yes.
That is unethical.
Well, what if you buy an extra order of fries for the ride
for the
home?
drive home?
Yeah.
What if you do this? There used to be a Burger King. I used to live right next to Willie's house, and there used to be a Burger King maybe 4 minutes away.
There still is, I think.
No, it's gone now.
It's over. It's right up here. It's 75th and
that's a different one.
Oh, okay.
The story would be the same now that I think about it. But on more than 3 occasions,
sorry to bring facts into this.
The way this thing was set up, it was a little bit awkward. The way the drive-through was set up, I would go there, order the food, pay for the food, drive home without the food.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can see that happening.
Oh, yeah.
I did something 2 days ago that you guys would kill me for. I went to McDonald's and I got a plain cheeseburger and no fries.
You're fine.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes you just want that burger.
No.
Yeah, honestly.
What's wrong with you?
You got to get fries, you got to get a big Diet Coke, and you have to get ice cream.
At least a small fry.
No, I didn't get. I just got the cheeseburger. That's all I wanted.
Did the store like shut down? Did they go, everybody, come here? This is a sign. No one has ordered this in 64 days.
Have you ever done like a hamburger in one place and then go to McDonald's for
Absolutely.
Yes.
I have. And you would think that of all the people in here, I would have done that. I've never done that.
Their fries are so good.
I know. But
when I was a kid, I could ride my bike down Green Road several miles.
Nobody knows where this is.
And there was a place called Royal Castle.
Yeah, like a White Castle. No, White Castle. I think Royal Castle might have been first.
Yeah.
Did they have little burgers like White Castle?
And I would get their burgers, and then I would go over to the McDonald's and get their fries because I didn't want in McDonald's until they came out with the fish sandwich. I hate mustard, so I couldn't eat the regular.
Well, you get
burger.
them without. You get it plain.
Yeah, but then you got to wait. So.
They've perfected that.
That's
now.
so funny. He's not willing to wait at one restaurant, but he's willing to go to two different restaurants to get what he
But
wants.
it was an adventure. I was on my Schwinn.
That's so funny.
You like the Filet-O-Fish,
I love the Filet-O-Fish.
That's pretty good.
While we're talking,
I never had cheese on fish until the Filet-O-Fish.
and man, you went, oh, what? Yes, this works.
I've been missing it.
Yeah,
It shouldn't work, but it does.
You didn't know you needed it until you got it.
I'm sure there are expert chefs out there going, but of course.
Yeah.
That's you're right though. I'd never thought of that, but that's my favorite McDonald's food. I love.
Hey Josh, if we can return to what brought us here originally, the wrapper cheese, the parchment paper cheese, on a McGriddle, you almost always get that parchment cheese because there's less ratio. The ratio is different between the bread and the cheese.
Oh, really?
So I'm just letting you know, if you're a guy that likes parchment cheese, the McGriddle, great opportunity for parchment cheese. You win the lottery every time.
You put cheese on a McGriddle.
It comes Irish Kristi. It comes on it.
It does?
Yeah, it comes on the McGriddle.
Aren't they like?
We should try this.
You think so?
Well, I could go to McDonald's and be.
You have to pee there.
So the McGriddle is the pancake and the sausage and egg?
You guys,
And
it's so
cheese.
good.
And
then-
cheese.
And you get the buffalo sauce on the side.
Whoa! All right.
Now you're getting weird.
Wait a minute.
No, I don't smoke dope. People who do.
Does anyone feel they're being condescended?
You are crossing a line.
It's you know what that sometimes you get to talk about like T.S. Eliot or other dumb boring stuff, and I get to talk about awesome stuff.
That's right.
Yes.
Like McGriddles with hot sauce.
What's the record for cost at a McDonald's? And I'll say two people.
For two people?
Two people.
Probably.
I'm going to say late night.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm going to say it was around $25.
Oh, what?
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
way higher.
wait a
than
second.
that.
Okay.
Way higher than
I
that.
got you.
I'm
beat.
gonna call on Ace here, but first go ahead, Willie. What do you got?
45. 45.
For
Oh,
how many people?
geez.
For two people. Me and my friend Mark.
Okay, it meant 25 for me and my buddy Sean.
What did you get?
The McDonald's in Wrigleyville in 2016. I remember it great. We both got Big Macs. We both got quarter pounders. They had a promotion for like 20 nuggets. That's what really did it for us.
20 nuggets.
It was like 20 nuggets for $10 and
my
all the
gosh.
sauces.
$45?
Yeah, man. We had a lot of fun that night, dude.
Wow.
That's a lot of food.
I got to call him.
$37 over here. I thought I was the high.
Ace will back me up on this. Someone who used to work here, and doesn't work here anymore. In fact, doesn't work anywhere because he's deceased.
He's dead.
Oh my gosh.
Stop saying unnecessary things. We don't need to know where the Burger King was. We don't need to know this guy's dead.
Do you remember what? You
What
know
do we
what I'm
know
talking
now?
about. He would. He and a certain other DJ would do
I thought
this
it was
thing.
the engineer.
No, it was Jay. And they would do this thing where they had like a series of, they'd go out and get like 4 different burgers from a place while they were on the air, and they'd bring them in. He also would line up his candy bars.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So he'd go, okay, at the 20 break, I'm going to eat the Milky Way. Mm-hmm. And at the 50 break, I'm going to. But yeah,
I asked Jay one day, "What'd you guys have for lunch?" And he said, "I don't know. I don't remember what we ate first." So it was such an extensive.
Yeah, they would have a big McDonald's bill or Burger King or wherever they would go. But the point is, I'm hoping that someone will come out with my kind of cheese wrapped as a in the circular thing for the.
Well,
it's more elegant. It's more elegant on the burgers.
So you want American cheese?
Yeah, but I don't mind cutting them, and of course when I cut the cheese.
Oh yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Oh
man!
You guys
Oh
want a song
man!
again?
No.
Well,
Wow, that's emotion. Carrie.
We heard it.
Yeah, we had to hear it yesterday.
Pat, wait a minute.
That's right.
Pat, we promised your song. We didn't get to it.
No, we had fun talking about cheese.
Okay, we'll get to your song coming up. Right now, I want to tell you the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp, because sometimes in life we're faced with lots of choices. Sometimes it's really fun ones like, do I get that kind of burger or the fish sandwich? But sometimes it's just too much. There's just sort of too much of everything these days. That's where therapy can come in, help you decide what you want to do, what's happening in your life, and move forward. And that's where BetterHelp comes in, because they're taking advantage of contemporary technology when it comes to therapy, by which I mean you use the internet and you use the world of computers and your phone, et cetera, et cetera. How does it work? Well, they'll help you find a therapist, and the therapy itself is done online. And the way it works is you fill out a questionnaire, you'll get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. And get the details at betterhelp.com/BT show. What I'm talking about is the therapy itself is done online. So it could be done spoken word like you were on the phone, or it could be done like you're doing a FaceTime thing, or it could be done just texting back and forth. This is all about whatever works for you. It's all about convenience. So check out the world of therapy and go to betterhelp.com/BT show. By the way, doing it that way will get you 10% off your first month. Betterhelp.com/BT show. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BT show. Have some help navigating your life these days. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Coming up, Patty G's song. We also have a lot of interesting thing in the news, a bunch of world records.
And more sports.
And, of course, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Q95.com.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the news desk, it's Kristi Lee.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
Willie Griswold's here.
Hey.
He has a pork tenderloin sandwich on his shirt.
Yeah, baby, it's culture.
Very nice.
Yum.
Thank you.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. Hello, Tom.
Thank you very much. We got a song coming up from Mr. Pat Godwin. We got sidetracked talking about food, talking about making cheeseburgers, and I cut the corners off the cheese. And you put the corners, by the way, on the burger, and then you put the semi-round thing you've just created on top of that.
Yeah, but you made me think that it's not, the cheese isn't, the corners aren't distributed evenly. You put them in the middle, and I don't care for that.
I thought we got a nice little lump of cheese, a little surprise bite.
Maybe spread them out there.
Okay. These are all good ideas.
Now, Chick mentioned cookie cutter. Do you have egg rings?
Egg rings?
Like where you can make Egg McMuffin style eggs?
Yeah.
I have one of those.
Absolutely.
That'll cut the cheese right now.
Absolutely a circle. Yeah.
I use the jar, the lid of a ball jar sometimes. That works.
Have you ever done this?
Why can't you buy new things? Do you have to use a lid from
the
a
lid
jar?
works great. You just put it down, spray a little olive oil, egg right in. Nothing to worry about.
Do you drink moonshine out of the ball jar?
No, I have a lot of jars in my place. I hate you.
No
I hate
kidding?
You. I got a lot of jars. They're nice.
I would like to get a look at those.
Remember, he uses them as glasses.
Nice.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is the term lid still used referencing a quantity of marijuana?
Not really. I think it can be, but it's pretty inside, and honestly, it's for the OGs like yourself, the old fellas.
Because that it used to be you'd get a so-called lid of grass.
A lid of grass.
That's no longer a thing.
That doesn't sound very current, doesn't it?
What are the quantities sold at legal dispensaries? Are they metric?
You can get an eighth, which is an eighth of an ounce, or a half of an ounce, or a quarter of an ounce. It's called a quad. You can buy gram. You can say, give me 15 grams of Jack Herrera or whatever you'd like.
Oh, geez.
Okay, but they haven't gone metric yet then.
I don't know.
Well, I think it's caught on there more than anywhere else. And
is ounces not metric?
Firearms.
No, ounces is not metric.
I'm just curious. I mean, in Canada, are all the amounts metric, I'm guessing?
I would think.
So if you get your marijuana in Celsius?
I don't know.
That's temperature.
Okay, sorry.
Well, yeah, if you get an eighth, you're getting 3.5 grams.
Weight by degrees.
Never been good at this. Okay. Has anybody ever done this recipe? You take a piece of bread.
Toast and put it in the toaster?
Nope. You got your bread, your standard slice of bread.
All right.
And you take a shot glass
Here we go. Here we go.
You take out the middle.
Bookity.
And
then you put it on the frying pan.
Put your egg in it.
Throw an egg in it, and Josh, the yolk of the egg sits in that little hole you've just created.
Right.
You ever do that?
I've had that served to me. I've never actually made it myself.
There's a cafe here that you frequent quite often that's made a living. They've made a...
No kidding.
Yeah. You've never had that?
I think it was called like a bird in a nest or something.
Yeah.
There's other names.
Now, do you break the yolk so it becomes kind of French toasty?
If you break yolk, you've ruined it. Okay. Sometimes it's called a gas house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I heard One-Eyed Susan a lot.
Oh, okay.
Delicious. There's one of the places I go has that. This is why I don't read.
Yeah.
I don't read menus.
I think I don't think that's what this is.
Oh, 3 yellow eyes and a
3 yellow
Adam and Eve on a raft.
That's right.
Okay. Now,
I've heard ovum and bread is what I've heard. And
Patty G.
Yes, sir.
Chick was not here yesterday, and he missed this.
Oh,
well,
nice.
You can't say I missed it.
You didn't hear it.
Yes.
This is the story is as follows: a taxi driver was shocked to discover that he traveled over 500 miles with a living cat stuck in the grill.
Yeah.
In the front of the car?
Yeah. The cat's fine.
I call that a good start.
No, the cat is fine. The little kitty turns out was named.
The little kitty's fine.
Miskin.
What?
And has been reunited with her, quote, very thankful and happy owner.
His name is Miskin, yeah.
Miskin or Mishkin?
Like Popeye saying missing.
Miskin.
I'm Miskin, my wife.
Doesn't matter what the GD animal's name was. The point is...
Mishkin means it's a Jewish cat, I would think.
Oh, God. The veterinarian says the cat is going to be fine. He'd been missing for several weeks. Once again, 500 miles in the grill. And, Pat, you have a tribute?
Harry Chapin mashup we got. I was working hard driving my taxi, and the engine was making weird sounds.
Yeah.
I stopped and looked under the hood. You won't believe what I found. It was furry, fat, and looked frightened. I couldn't quite figure it out. Was it a raccoon or a rat? I realized it's a cat. But it made a sad meow.
Oh.
And the cat's in the grill and it's still alive. Stuck for 400 miles, maybe 5. Some cat lady's missing her pet. That pussycat sure got wet. That sweet, sweet putty got wet. Yeah, that sweet, sweet putty got wet.
Harry! We talked about that last.
I think in this case you
now
can
another man might have been horny.
Oh, Harry, no!
That's a nice tribute.
Haven't we played the Bullwinkle poem, the My Little Pussy, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of a famous...
why don't you research that and Saturday bring that on in.
To it. We're working Saturday?
Once again,
see you then.
We're working Saturday.
Once again, we are living without toilets today here in our studios.
And I've gone outside.
Yeah.
And I might not ever go back.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Now, Kristi,
I got a little bit on the porch.
Are we
Is that gonna be a
sanitizing? Are we
problem?
sanitizing our hands after this? We're doing hand sanitizer after we do this outside, fellas?
You got your hands in your face.
What's the matter?
Did you touch it?
Kristi, do you have to go?
No, not yet.
Oh, you have to touch my hog when I'm out there, man, or it gets out of control.
Oh, yeah.
Kristi, when you have to go, once again, just hop in your car and
Okay.
we'll get. Okay, you're more than welcome
If
to go
I'm not
home.
here, you'll know where I am.
Okay.
We have wipes.
Coming up in sports.
Show. Hey, Ohtani.
Hey, Ohtani.
He's injured. We'll see if he can bat, but he sure as hell ain't going to pitch. College football this weekend, kids.
Holy cow.
All starts with a game in Dublin. Between
Ireland.
Notre Dame. Yes, not Dublin, Ohio. That's exactly right.
All right, fair enough.
Between Notre Dame and Navy. And Navy getting 21.
Ooh, wow.
Boy, that's some serious action, Daddy.
Okay, well, we'll
and
see.
what about that joke that said my dick went to Dublin? What, isn't that a joke?
What?
Is there someone named Dick in the joke, I hope?
Yeah.
I'm not aware
Your
of
Dick
that.
went to Dublin?
Oh, well, look, I
don't
It's
know
kind
that
of
one.
like Benedict. I think I broke it.
Yeah,
but it's
okay.
kind of the same.
We'll look forward to hearing that.
Yeah.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton bedding from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with airy blankets, cloud-like duvets, and breathable sheets. You'll experience pure comfort on night one and feel your bedding get softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first order at bollandbranch.com with code Cumulus. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more, or visit tremfyaradio.com.
You need to know.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Get another song out of Pat here real soon.
Woohoo!
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
Ace Cosby's here.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Got an interesting letter from Australia just now. And
that wrong?
I want to back up just a little bit to get to the point here. This was a news story from a couple days ago. Police say a man accused of setting fires was caught with live ducklings in his underwear.
Odd.
Very odd story. Remember this?
So you put the ducklings in the fire?
No. The 32-year-old was arrested after fires were reported. 12 fires in a suburb of Melbourne. The fires included blazes in a loading dock behind a school.
Yeah.
This guy's crazy.
Didn't Australia start out as a penal colony?
It did.
And some of those the descendants can draw your own conclusion. Never mind.
Go back up. After the arrest, police searched the man and found 2 live ducks in his underwear.
Ducklings, they're baby ones.
Got this greetings from Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas.
Oh, hey, Tom.
He goes, I can't believe you ran the duckling story today. I live in Frankston, Australia, so this happened in my town.
Wow.
I thought he was going to say, so this happened tomorrow. I can never get the time zone.
My friend works in law enforcement and was involved in this arrest. There are a few corrections. The media got the story wrong. They weren't baby ducklings. They were baby seagulls.
Oh.
What?
Here's where this gets worse.
How do we know this is
Seaglets?
on the up and up?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure
How
just
do you
as
find-
eyes are the windows of the soul,
Baby
ducklings are the, what are they called now? The ceilings of of Australia. Is that what I'm going for here?
That's right.
The seagulls of Australia. Thank
Seagulls
you.
of Australia.
Yeah, and I think worldwide it's against the law to kill seagulls.
Is it?
Yeah, they're
And they know it, too.
they're very
Because
cocky.
I almost wrung one's neck on the beach not that long ago.
Oh.
I guess they're good. And in any event, this guy writes, when the man was arrested and questioned why he was carrying the seagulls in his pants, he said he was saving them as a snack for later.
No.
Oh, I thought he was saving them like he was going to save them from the fire.
Wow.
No, this guy's got to have some.
Yeah, this guy
serious
is
issues.
either on
Meth or
he's either on the dope.
on the dope.
He's on the dope.
Saving these ducks for later.
Lower down under.
Anyway, the point is, hey, thanks for listening, Thomas, in Australia. We certainly appreciate that. Wow, that is weird.
Australia, yeah, I know.
Now, you also missed something else, Chick. Let's just say
I miss a lot when I'm here.
Let's just say you and a lady friend are at some event.
All right.
And it's suddenly you want to get out and go have a interpersonal encounter of the most intimate variety.
Sex.
Do you have Do you have a code phrase that you would use?
Well, it's not so much code. It's can I take you from behind?
Okay, yeah.
But
the code is you really want to do it missionary.
Yeah, right. And she knows that.
So you're at an elegant restaurant. You're at a table of 8, and they've served the dessert.
Table of 8.
You need to get going, but you can't say, "Hey, I want to go do it doggy style." You have to say, we have people who have various code words, or phrases that they would use.
I got to go check on the sitter. What else?
Have to go let the dogs out.
I got to let my dogs out.
Here we go. This guy, Andrew, writes, we have a secret go word.
Oh.
If we slip it into casual conversation, that word is Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh.
How do you do that?
Well, how does that happen?
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't notice it.
Maybe there's like a cute rum drink that everyone's enjoying. Like, hey, give me one of those Rumpelstiltskins, and then that's a way you could fold it in.
What's your favorite fairy tale?
Sure, that's a good way to get it in there, too.
Then it goes around the table and people actually answer.
Yeah.
Isn't it Rumpelmints?
Rumpelmints, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bradley wrote in and said, during one aggressive lovemaking session, I broke my toe, my big toe, so our phrase now is, how's your big toe feeling?
Ah, that's good.
That's very good.
That is very good.
Yeah.
See, these are fun.
Yeah, but I don't think how's your big toe feeling. I think that's just like Rumpelstiltskin. I don't think you can weave it into the conversation.
I think it's just when they're at home,
Yeah.
they'll go, hey, how's your big toe feeling?
Yeah, here's
And
one.
they
This
know
guy
it's,
says when he had little kids, he would go, we've got to go clean our room.
Yeah. Well, you mean brother, sister? What are you talking about?
What?
No, the husband and a wife.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
What are you
gotta be
doing?
married.
I thought you were saying that when they were kids. You said when they were kids.
No,
I got to go clean their
when
room.
the kids are around.
Oh, when the kids are around.
This gentleman says, my ex always referred, so either they're broken up or she's dead, to her mommy part as her choo-choo.
Oh.
When feeling amorous, she'd say, we should go for a train ride.
Oh. Well,
Is that choo-choo CHOO or?
It is, yeah, not the masticated.
Yeah, not as in big league chew.
EW.
Yes.
Is there such a thing as for the minor leagues, bush league chew? That would be. This isn't very subtle. This guy Billy writes, I'll say, do you want to take a trip to Pound Town?
No.
Very nice.
Very
nice.
Here's one. This is a suggestion, Ace, for you. This comes to us from Paul.
Oh.
He writes, Ace Cosby, this is your code for sex. So, you ready for the joke of the night? I think that's a dig, Ace.
Are you going to sit there and take that, Ace?
Yeah.
I'll get him back.
Yeah.
Okay, my wife and I stayed on a friend's boat.
Nice.
While the friend and his wife took the dinghy to explore the lake.
Oh, yeah.
When the friend returned, he asked if we knocked one out on his boat. My wife replied, no, we just ate some crackers.
Oh, so now.
So he said, sure, you just ate crackers. That was the birth of want to go eat some crackers as their code.
That's when I skinny dipped. We were on a friend's boat, and they went out, and we stayed behind on the boat and got in the water.
Did you do anything else?
No, we just got in the water, and then we read the Bible while we were in the water.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
This is wild. Dwayne says, this has a few meanings, but my wife will say, have you seen my toy?
Huh.
Usually, though, it means she's forgotten the last place she put it. Once I found it in the garage.
Oh, boy.
What the hell's she doing out in the garage?
Apparently
having fun.
Apparently getting
busy with
uglies bumped, apparently.
My husband and I have a standing date for sex on Saturday. We are so old, we need to plan, it says. When ready, after a busy day, one of us will say, ready for dessert?
Oh, okay.
It usually happens before dinner. That's from Michelle.
Very nice,
Nice.
Michelle.
I love it before dinner. Then you get to really enjoy and fill up at dinner.
My wife
go.
and I now
You aren't
use this
sleepy after.
phrase, thank you to Ace Cosby. One of us will look at the other and say, it's time. Much like Ace.
I like sex before dinner, too, but sometimes it takes a while, and we don't get to finish before that buzzer goes off, and we have to give it back to the hostess.
Yeah.
Do you prefer that, or do you like when you give them your phone number?
And they text
they'll
you?
text you? I
rather
don't
text.
know. Yeah.
Or would you rather have to carry around that
I don't like touching those.
Video game thing that's been in the hands of some booger melted kid.
I love the device scares me.
Those things are the best. I love those things. If we're ever hanging out and I have one of those things, at one point I'll pretend to look at my phone, say I have to take this. I'll pick up the buzzer. I'll put it to my ear. It's just hilarious.
I appreciate the commitment to the bit.
The fellas love it. A date loves it.
I don't know that those are ever cleaned.
It's such a fun bit. I love those little things.
You have to wonder how many of those get stolen.
Oh, yeah. Forgotten.
People forget them in their pockets, probably.
You got to get them in their purse, and there's that thing.
Have you ever had one of those, and then you leave the restaurant, you go to a different restaurant, you forget you have it, 20 minutes, it buzzes, you go, oh, table's ready.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Coming up in sports, I'm sorry, we got
we'll talk about Shohei Ohtani. Lionel Messi still making headlines, of course, but his locker is just filthy. We all know it. College football this weekend. Maybe I'll tell you who you should bet this weekend. Or maybe not. And baby racing in Pennsylvania. Is it legal? Well, if it is, it shouldn't be.
I disagree. If it isn't, it should be.
All right, we'll talk about
What's next? Baby skydiving?
That's right.
No, pull the ripcord. No, that's... We have also an interesting experiment I'm going to try on you guys.
Okay.
When we come back. I'm pretty excited about this.
Is it like a magic trick?
No, it's a neurological experiment.
Oh, I'm fresh out.
Oh. Are you fresh out of brain cells?
Yep.
Kristi, what do you got coming up?
Coming up, we have, you were talking about, I don't know if it was on the air or off the air, but you may be a house guest coming up soon.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have some rules for the house guest. Oh. And we have coffee in the news in a very interesting way. We never got to our Colorado woman who wants to do 1,000 skydives at the age of 84, and she's halfway.
A lot of flutter.
Yeah. Oh,
and
she's taking flight.
Krispy Kreme in the news.
I believe the technical term is a streamer.
Is that right?
Okay. When the chute just looks like a... Yeah, you don't usually live through that one. Right now, I want to talk about Josh. Josh has a nice house.
Talk about Josh, baby.
He's been fixing it up for a couple of years, and you've discovered that you are a semi-handyman, but sometimes you need help.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I do things I go, all right, well, I did that. Didn't do it well, but I did it. That's why I need Angie. Angie's made it easier than ever to connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. And that's what we really deserve, isn't it? Something done well. If you own a home, you know how much work it can take. Everyday maintenance and repairs. But there's a bright side. Sometimes you have those dream projects you want to turn into a reality. Well, either way, it can be hard just to know where to start. But now, all you need to do is Angie that. Find a skilled local pro who will deliver the quality and expertise you need. Angie has over 20 years of home service experience. They've combined it with new tools to simplify the whole process. Bring them your project online or use that Angie app. Answer a few questions. Angie can handle the rest from start to finish. Or Angie can help you compare quotes from multiple pros and connect instantly. So you're going to know how much it's going to cost. There won't be any surprise fees. And you're going to know exactly when it will get done. That means you can take care of just about any home project in only a few taps. Because when it comes to getting the most out of your home, you can do this when you Angie that. Download the free Angie mobile app or visit their website, ANGI.com. That's Angie.com.
Thank you very much. Coming back with an experiment. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Over the past several days, 3 females have been found dead.
Looks like someone's going after these girls. Then they have to know to watch their backs.
Streaming now.
You really want what happened to this woman? Happened to you?
Exactly why I need to keep going on this.
Starring Emmy Award winner Amanda Seyfried.
I'm worried about what you're gonna find. So am I.
Long Bright River. A limited series. Streaming now. Only on Peacock.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Well, hello, Chick.
Hello, there's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
Moments ago, yelling in the hallway. I'm not sure about what, but he seemed very upset. You all right, Pat?
I'm good, yeah.
All right. Telling a tale?
I tell tales.
Road story?
Road stories, baby.
That's right. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
Josh Arnold at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Got that joke of the day coming up, so set your recording device so you can keep it. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Sometimes in the show we'll be doing something, and someone, usually Chick, will say, okay, we're done. We've reached the point at which no more information is needed. There's no more.
Sure.
I think we may have reached that.
Well, sometimes, though, that is prompted by an unfortunate comment from the listeners that finally puts a wrap on whatever subject we're talking.
We were talking about the code word thing.
Yep.
So
sex.
You may have a code in front of other people.
You don't want to talk about sex?
I want to set it up properly.
You've had
you don't want to talk about you and me?
You had at least 7 times.
Okay. The point is,
man, that's a lot of kids.
They'll say certain things. Give me an example, Josh.
Too many.
The best one came from Josh. You want to tell? Chick didn't hear this story.
Oh yeah, an ex-girlfriend and I, we were we put a pizza in the oven, and then while we were waiting for it, we ended up starting to have sex, and then we forgot about the pizza, and we burned the pizza. So then every time we wanted to do
you dumped her right there in the spot.
Yes. How dare you ruin foodstuffs in my house?
You know what? Because you're on those meds, it takes you a while now. You might want to get into like smoking brisket, like a low and slow
yes,
kind of food.
Exactly. I do need
that way you can make love for hours.
Exactly
pig or something.
Big green egg time.
Yeah, tomorrow at noon. Tomorrow at noon we can finish.
Yes.
That could be your code. You want to start the big green egg?
This is your way of telling us somehow that you're this complete and generous lover that you.
No,
like
it was a great story, and your code became, "Hey, do you want to burn a pizza?"
That's right. Yeah, this was no humble brag.
That's what started this whole thing. So we've had I just got one here. Their parents, they caught their parents when they were little. Their parents said, "Oh, hey, we were just in there hanging curtains." So now they all refer to it as that. That's sweet and fun.
So this is a brother and sister again, right?
No,
their parents were in there. That's what you just said.
It's an incestuous nightmare out there, Chick.
Yes.
Forbidden,
you can't keep reading these.
Forbidden love, Chick.
Taboo.
Oh, God.
Keeping it in the family.
There are some really good ones.
Well, she ain't good enough for her own family. Did we ever find out what the joke was about my dick went to Dublin? Anything at all?
Could we possibly stay on this topic long enough to close it up?
Sorry.
Okay, what are we closing up?
This guy writes, naked, I walk up to my wife and say,
naked?
Do you want any of this before I put it up?
That's very funny.
That is funny.
I'm going to put this away for the night.
I've actually said that.
Nice.
But I say before I put it away. You
now,
need this before I put it away?
This one goes, I borrowed this from Caddyshack. Will you help me sort out my holy cards?
Oh, yeah. And she said it with an Irish accent. Will you help me sort out my holy cards?
Yeah, it does sound.
Yeah.
Back in the day, my wife and I would say, let's go make the bed. No matter who was around, it was about to happen. But here's the final one, I think.
Okay.
And I think this probably doesn't need much commentary. It took me a while to get it.
Is that your way of telling me not to say anything?
No, you can say something.
Oh, okay.
This is Ben. He writes, my wife is a gusher, so our code is let's go mark your territory.
What? Oh, my God.
Very nice.
Anyone?
At the risk of starting another topic. Is that a thing?
No.
I have been with a gusher.
But
but it's pee, though, isn't it?
Not a squirter, a gusher.
Wait, whoa, there's two different things?
Different things?
I've never been with a lady that does that.
Oh, it's cool. It feels like you hit the high score. It's awesome.
You know me, I like a receipt.
Yes.
Here's the here's proof.
It's the equivalent of like when you win a slot machine and it makes a lot of big noise and lights go off.
Absolutely.
Or like when you get fajitas at a restaurant, it just impresses everybody.
But
it makes
it's
a big deal.
absolutely not urine, right?
No, there are conflicting reports.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
The jury
is that because it's flaming or whatever, sizzling?
It just
sizzling.
It sizzles. It makes a lot of noise. Everybody gets excited looking over your shoulder going, wish I ordered that, you know?
A lot of screaming.
Yeah, if you've ever worked in a restaurant, there's a couple things when certain restaurants would have some really fancy dessert where they had to come out with the flame and all that. Mm-hmm. The people who work there just hate that. It's like, well, I got to go that. I can't do it. I got to go sing Happy Birthday at the 12 top.
Yeah. Well, thank you for ruining every birthday celebration I've ever had. The restaurant hates it.
I know we're getting off topic again, but I miss the non-Happy Birthday songs. I love it when
they still do that at my what do you call that, Japanese steakhouse.
Oh,
they have a different song.
I love that.
Yeah, they got this big drum they bring out. It pounds and
I love that.
Like the world's biggest drum, or something?
Yeah, it's a big drum. It's like boom, boom, boom,
and they have their own song.
Yeah,
happy birthday, something like that. Okay, good to know.
You know what, Dad? Thank you for your restraint. I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for your restraint. I appreciate it.
Hey, Chick, you must be from Ireland because when I look at you, my penis is Dublin.
Oh!
There's the joke.
Wait a second.
Actually,
and he kept it clean-ish.
Actually, I'm from Scottsdale, but thank you.
That was really creepy.
I just
is that the
way
joke?
You said it. I think it is.
There seem to be some slight variations.
Is there a gender issue with the way you delivered that?
Well, in this case, it would be because I was saying it to Chick.
Maybe he likes guys. You don't know.
But you heard the Benedict. I think I broke it.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think that's how the Dublin joke is also kind of sort of.
Now it's time for a quiz, a test, if you will. And
more sports coming up.
If you know about this, if you read about this, it was kind of in the news last week. If you know about it, don't shout out the answer.
Have you seen this? Have you read it?
This is
see the newspaper today.
This involves
Sandler.
This involves brain work.
Oh.
And
well, we're all out.
Yeah. I wanted. This is kind of a test.
It better be about the Beatles. That's all I know.
Thank you, Pat. That was very
John
helpful.
Lennon.
This is from the University of California. Scientists there were analyzing recordings made from the human brain.
Huh?
This is really interesting. So this is sound based on brain activity using AI.
There's sound inside your head?
Oh, is this the Pink Floyd thing?
No.
What? I didn't know. You didn't say that we weren't. What? That's. You have to understand how that's. I was just trying to agree with you.
Okay.
I was making it more relatable.
Here's the. This is it. Here. This is the thing.
What? I don't understand what's going on here.
This is the sound of a brain? Is a big band from the 30s?
This is the sound of brain activity, and while people were listening to something, their brain was doing this, and it was turned into sound.
How'd they do that?
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, and it hurts my head.
And this is what they were listening to.
Oh, it is Pink Floyd.
Just a brick in the wall.
That's what they were actually hearing, and the brain was doing this. So you can kind of hear another brick in the wall. An interesting thing. This is just research being done. I thought it was kind of interesting.
Sounds like a kid that needs to practice with his vocoder a little bit.
Yeah.
Hasn't figured it out yet. Yeah. Working on the talk box.
And they were watching The Wizard of Oz while doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. But in other words, that's the brain is giving out that
Well,
vibe.
they must have invented something that can pick up.
Put sound to certain brainwaves.
Sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it marks the first time scientists have reconstructed a recognizable song from recordings of the brain inside. Very scary. Time to move on to sports, I guess.
I've got enough going on in my brain.
What have you got over there?
Shohei Ohtani.
Hey,
Ohtani.
Won't pitch for the rest of the season because of a torn ligament in his right bobo. Oh, man. Los Angeles Angels general manager Perry Manassian said yesterday the Angels don't know yet whether the Major League homer leader and 10-game winner will need surgery to repair his UCL. I think that's what Brock Purdy also broke for the 49ers.
I thought that was University of Colorado at Longmont.
Could have been. Then, 2018, he had Tommy John surgery. So this guy is used good. I mean, good Lord. Ohtani left the mound abruptly Wednesday in the second inning of his start against the Reds. In the opener of doubleheader, Cincinnati won both games. The injury will have a massive effect on baseball's free agent market. There was scuttle about Ohtani, whatever team he ends up with, getting a $500 million contract.
Whoa.
Or maybe higher.
Whoa.
That's $500 million.
That's too much.
You think?
Yes.
I think he's worth whatever somebody's willing to pay him.
You don't pay for it.
Get the bag.
Grab that bag.
It's a lot of money, man. I mean, he's selling a lot of tickets. Makes sense.
Lionel the Train Messi. Is that
Lionel the Train?
Yeah,
yes.
Is that going to catch on? Can we start doing that?
Maybe it's the Lionel versus Lionel thing.
Lionel.
It sounds like you're telling your friend named Lionel that the train is messy. It's like, Lionel, hey, the train's messy.
All right. Lionel had 2 assists and converted in a shootout to lead Inter Miami. Tom.
Inter Miami.
Over MLS leading Cincinnati 5-4 on penalty kicks after a 3-3 draw into a U.S. Open Cup final against Houston. Miami remained unbeaten in 8 matches, with Messi heading into his Major League Soccer debut on Saturday at the New York Red Bulls, sponsored by Red Bull. Just like last year, college football has a returning Heisman Trophy winner. This time it's USC quarterback Caleb Williams. He's trying to join the sport's most exclusive club. Can you tell me the only person who won a Heisman Trophy twice? Ace, you're exempt. There is a running back who won the Heisman Trophy twice in 74 and 75.
Orenthal James Simpson.
No, sir.
Bo Jackson?
Archie Griffin.
Oh.
The Ohio State Buckeye.
I believe it was Orenthal James
No, he stabbed somebody.
That's what I'm thinking
there
of.
you go.
Twice.
Yes. And
Twice,
coming up... Yeah. Two different people, evidently. And Notre Dame is traveling to Dublin.
Oh, yeah?
And one of their trainers is named Dick. To take on the midshipmen this Saturday. That's midshipmen. 2:30.
Who knocked on the door? It interrupted me midshipman.
2:30 Eastern Daylight Time. Notre Dame, Navy in Dublin. Navy getting 21 in that game. And then you got later on 8 o'clock, probably on ABC or ESPN, USC taking on San Jose State, and San Jose State getting 31 points against the Trojans. Would you take San Jose State plus the 31?
Nothing about it.
Really?
Don't care.
You think the Trojans are going, oh, man, that's
a lot of points.
This hurts.
That's a lot of points. Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's kind of a bummer, fellas.
Do you think it hurts or helps a team? Wow.
I mean,
we can beat the spread. Come on, guys.
Remember Purdue FDU? I mean, I know it's a different sport,
Yeah.
but there was Purdue plus 28 or whatever.
Yeah, I bet the
Minus
coach does use something like that. Go, all right, remember, blah, 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 blah. They were up by...
In the movie Major League.
There it is.
They say we're not... Yeah.
Well, let me tell you.
Boy, did they really get riled up.
Yeah.
That's my favorite team, the movie from Major League.
Yes,
And
the Cleveland
that's-
Indians.
Well, but that's a documentary. So,
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Remember that
Yeah.
happened? Tom might have been there for Cleveland.
And I'm putting my money on, but Coach.
I can tell you're all kind of down, so I'll give you a story in sports that'll pep you up a little.
What you got?
Okay.
Officials in New York say a golfer was arrested for allegedly killing a goose with a golf club.
Oh, no.
According to Ken Ross, chief of the SPCA of Mahopac, witnesses said the man decided to kill the Canada goose after it was struck with a golf ball.
It's the only birdie he got that day.
At the See, what happened was evidently the goose was hit with a golf club.
Oh, a ball.
Put it a ball and to put it out of its misery.
He claimed. It's an awful story.
Yeah. Witnesses told authorities that the golfer had made comments that he was going to put it out of its misery. If he squawks in my backswing one more time, I'm going to put it out of... Ross said a veterinarian who examined the animal's remains said it would have likely survived the ball strike and was probably just dazed.
Oh,
you don't want to read anymore.
That's bad.
No.
He really.
What else you got? Really, it took like 5 or 6 hits.
He really whacked him.
Oh man.
I hope this guy goes to prison and he gets goosed in there.
Why? Why are you guys on the side of the goose?
I'm actually quite shocked at Tom's reaction to this.
No, but
yeah, because you don't like Canada
I think
Goose.
I'd like to cull the herd professionally, but not by beating them with a 2-iron.
Yeah, that's a little.
I mean,
rough.
it's awful.
A lot of people say, "Oh, chick, you've taken up golf." I go, "No, I keep the golf clubs in the back for the goose to get my way."
And you probably want to use a wedge to kill a goose. A
Yeah, I was
2-iron
gonna
might
say,
not
you
get the
want
job done.
Would you ask your caddy?
Yeah, this is a terrible topic.
What do you recommend for beheading a goose?
Well, you can't
An
go
open
wrong.
face club, or
You can't go wrong with a driver, Willie. I think you would agree there. That's like a big-headed club, man.
am I the only one? I think geese are so funny.
I do too.
Look at how slow they are to cross a street.
They litter the earth
When
with
they know
hilarious.
they can fly.
I know they're
They
purposefully.
look at you like
They shat everywhere.
I love it.
They've ruined a trail I used to like to go down. You
No,
can't.
I like them. They're like kids just hanging out.
Yeah,
They'll just
they
hang
are
out.
so. They're gangs.
They're like street toughs.
Yeah, they're so funny.
Oh, get some rifles.
And they're pretty.
Yeah.
They're awful.
Pretty.
I think they're ugly.
Yeah, I think they look pretty.
They're
Goose
ugly-
poop
ugly
everywhere.
birds.
But yeah, don't kill them with a golf club.
Well, what do you
Well,
want to kill them
no.
with? You can choose. What would you kill a goose with?
Sports equipment,
Hockey stick?
baseball bat.
A lacrosse?
No. Arrows.
No.
Oh, all right.
None of you are men. You grab it by the neck and you twist.
Come on, baby.
Let's do the twist.
Goose 'em, goose 'em, goose 'em, goose 'em.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, it's not great.
Hey, chick,
Yes.
what do you call a flock of geese crossing a road?
What do you call a flock of geese crossing a road? I don't know, Ace, what?
Goosebumps.
That was Ace Cosby's joke.
Okay.
Count it.
That was it.
That was it.
That counts.
No, that wasn't a joke.
Well, we agree, but that was it.
I would also agree. Exact opposite. Of a joke. More sports coming up, including a couple of Guinness World Records and something we're going to be able to try right here in the studio.
Cool.
Oh.
So get ready, Josh.
This guy is in big trouble.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Is he going to jail for this?
Apparently, this is
Why?
really a serious crime.
Killing a goose?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Boy, why would he do that?
But so, in any event,
There's nothing in here that says he's facing any jail time or any charges or anything. You must have held a lot back. I mean, this story leaves a little bit to be desired.
There must be some ramification.
However, this guy Ken Ross, chief of the SPCA of New York area, that sounds kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
Actually.
it just gets more gross the more you read
Well, then
about
don't
it.
read about it.
I say we lock them in a room with 18 goose, and they have their way with them. They get to do whatever they want. It gets 1 minute. All the geese in there, they have to figure it out themselves.
Oh, hey, that's
Look what we got here.
If you tied a guy up against a wall and let the geese in there, would they go over there and start?
I don't know if they'd mess with him or not.
Oh, look, fresh meat.
We're going to try that this hour on the air.
Gertie, go for the balls.
Because, like everywhere in the United States of America, we have 150 geese out in our parking lot.
Yeah, okay. And
Just
by the
hanging
way,
out.
rumor has it the toilets are fixed.
What?
I'm not sure. I'll double check this.
Okay.
I saw the truck out there.
Nothing like a big dumperoonie. Here
All
we
right.
go.
Okay, thank you very
Good,
much.
I gotta go.
When we come back, we'll actually get some news in. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Hey, welcome back to the mess that we call the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
What's up, man?
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. It's another stellar Ace Cosby joke of the day.
That wasn't a
today.
joke.
The official Ace Cosby
Well,
joke
who am I
today
to
is
argue?
still coming.
But I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Well, thank you very much.
Pardon me.
Now, we had a problem here at the studios. All of the water was not working, and the toilets were not working.
Right.
That has apparently just been remedied.
Well, thanks to whoever fixed it.
And I was first one in.
No.
And Kristi...
and my bath was the same.
Apparently, someone behind the scenes had fouled the toilets, and since yesterday, they were unable to flush.
Right.
So there was quite a display in both bathrooms.
Yeah.
Some shrapnel.
In both?
Yeah.
It really brings new meaning to the children's book, Everybody Poops.
Yeah. So Jeff and Cookie took one for the team.
You say
they each win it.
Crapnel? Is that what you're?
I said shrapnel, but crapnel is good. That absolutely works.
Oh, that was clever, man. Wow.
When you say crap up the bowl, too, I like that.
Yeah. Or muddy up the bowl.
Pat, hey, we have that in the news, actually.
But before we get to that, Pat, it's my understanding that when we had no toilets, one of those reminiscent.
Back in the old
when she was good, when we had no toilets. You have a tribute?
Yeah, I do. Here we go. The plumbing's broke here at the station. The sinks can't run any water. Oh, the urinals can't handle the urination. The toilets can't take a squatter. Oh, the crapper's on the fritz. Oh, the crapper's on the fritz. So guys, pee out back. Don't let the neighbors see your wiener. Yeah. And Kristi, if you need to pee or drop a deuce, go to Starbucks where at least the bathrooms are cleaner. Oh, the crapper's on the fritz. Don't go, don't forget. We call the company that rents portalettes. If you're pissing outside, don't flash your naughty bits. Crapper's on the fritz. Crapper's on the fritz. Crapper's on the fritz, so don't you dare flush. You can't pee in the sink, or your teeth you can't brush. Should have had the day off, or someone's gonna quit. Crapper's on the fritz, so don't take shaving cream. Nice and clean. Crapper's on the fritz.
Yes, and thanks to whoever fixed it, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
We got our water back. Everything is good.
Cool. I'm going to go flush a sponge, make sure everything's working good.
Yes, make sure it really takes care of it.
And actually, this is just a weird coincidence. There is an odd story about plumbing and toilets. It just happened to be in the news this morning.
Yeah, researchers have developed a possible way to eliminate skid marks in your toilet.
Well, that's impossible.
The team from the Wows Hong University used 3D printing technology.
Everybody Wows Hong
to create what they call an abrasion-resistant super slippery flush toilet known as the ARST. A-R-S-F-T.
Arsfart?
Arst. A demonstration.
And they do spell ass.
Yeah, they do.
A-R-S-E.
Yeah. A demonstration of the non-stick toilet used so-called dyed synthetic feces.
Like Teflon.
Yeah.
Wait, slow down here.
Okay.
So they're testing the toilet.
She's got everything here.
Rather than using poop, they're using synthetic feces.
Dyed synthetic feces,
and
yes.
it's dyed so that the color...
Yes.
Who's got that job?
Making fake...
Hang on, I got a new job. I'm working at the synthetic feces factory.
Have you noticed...
Funny enough, the toilets were broken today.
Have you noticed on the Charmin commercials, they use some blue liquid standing in for poo? And they see how clean it... Yeah.
The fake poop is shown sliding down the bowl without leaving a trace.
How about that?
Even after 1,000 abrasions using sandpaper, the ARST maintained its super slippery capability.
Okay.
And it makes this noise.
Whoa! I'd buy one if it were $5,000.
Yep, right down
Scientists said the toilet can help save on water consumption. All of this research can be found in the Advanced Engineering Materials Journal.
I'm sorry, it makes this noise.
I'm not kidding. I would spend $5,000 if my toilet did that.
Would you laugh every time?
Yes.
What if it's a really sad day? If it's like stormy out, someone in your family is sick, maybe, are you still going to giggle a little bit?
It would make me smile a lot.
But if the toilet backs up, oh, God. Okay.
This is... who wanted this?
I kind of like when there's a little bit there because then you got to chip it off when you go pee later.
You know what?
Oh, you got
That is a fun game.
It's a fun game.
Aim at it. Yeah. I just did it.
I missed the game of try to sink the cigarette butt.
Yeah.
That was always a fun one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, girls don't get to play these games.
And then you have to wait a couple days for them to dry out before you can relight them.
Of course.
Oh.
Waste not, want not.
Weird joke.
Take care of the butts. The cigarettes will take care of themselves.
So hang on a second. This happened at the University of Hoang Hong. So this is obviously some.
Yeah.
This is just
China.
insane. Why would they care about?
Couldn't you see your fancier restaurants wanting these?
Yeah.
Somebody's enjoying a meal. They have to go to the bathroom. Oh no, the bowl is skid marked up.
Yeah, I don't think people have fun playing the poop chip game at Nobu.
Yeah. No, they don't.
Do you hate the black toilet? Have you ever gone to a restaurant that has all black fixtures? Because you can't see if it's clean or not. It's kind of creepy.
Oh, wow.
I had a house that had a couple of black toilets.
Did you really?
Yeah. Well, because I lived in many, many houses.
But
yeah, you couldn't. It was just a guessing game. Even if you got it clean, it was like,
I
guess
don't
it's
know.
clean.
Yeah, I had one on my old house. Hated it.
Yeah.
I don't care for it.
I don't either.
But this is weird. I mean, do you ever, Kristi, spray a little Pam in there before?
No.
You know what?
Well, this alleviates the need for that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? I'd like to defend my insane friend. That sounds like that would absolutely work and save all the money on research.
Now, do you have the, what's the stuff? Is it poopery?
I do.
Isn't that the
and
stuff?
all of my bathrooms.
And how does that work now?
You spray it before you go, and it masks the scent, I guess.
Before?
Doesn't it put like a sealer on the water or something?
It's got an oil. It's essential oil, usually.
I have one of a poopery at my house, and let me tell you something. It does not work. Okay.
Now, don't underestimate the power of a courtesy flush, even when you're alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's really
a courtesy
I spray
flush
before and after.
A full movement for me is there's one flush. There's 3 acts and there's 3 flushes.
I got you.
Right?
I got
3
you.
acts.
You sit down, initial plop, flush, and then there's a
Okay,
cleanup
this is
flush.
enough.
You don't
and then
leave the
there's a
bathroom
third-
until it's clean.
A third for just paper. 3 flushes every time.
And run some water in the sink.
Be a gentleman.
Do you review it? Well, in the first act.
It was a little long.
The hero.
Typical second act.
It was like Lost. The third act really didn't pay off.
It's a pedestrian review of Lost.
It really is. The man just doesn't understand how. Brilliant.
The city of this university this is amazing. It's Baosh, China.
Oh, sure.
Is that right?
I made that up. Coming up, what have you got over there?
More sports, including world records.
Okay. Oh, and we have the audio
right in your face
from one of those world records. That's
we do?
Really funny.
And we still have to talk about baby racing. Is it legal?
Okay, we'll find out coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Xyzal is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Xyzal keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Xyzal. At night.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
He's in the performance room. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
At the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair, there's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold, and we're finally at the point in the show where we get to talk about baby racing.
All right.
Is it legal?
It should be.
No, it shouldn't be.
Baby racing?
Yes. Let those kids make some money.
Come on.
There they are.
Oh, look
Little
at
babies.
this.
Where is this taking place?
On your mark, get set, crawl. That's right.
Oh.
This is the cutest thing.
Elizabethtown,
so cute.
Elizabethtown Fair in Pennsylvania, Pat.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, 29 babies took part in what they called the cutest race ever.
It is.
Babies range from age of 6 months to 1 year old. Once the race started,
Ooh, that's a winner.
He's on a mission.
Oh, God, he turned around.
it looks
Going
like
back.
it looks like a little baby
See,
cow.
he's fast, but he's a wild card.
Once
That's
the race
10.
started, parents, the idea is, as you can see, would call for their babies across the finish line.
They're using Jesus.
Yeah,
They're bribing the kids.
That's
Yeah, they were
one
bribing
mom
the
was
kids.
holding a remote. That is
control.
so funny because sometimes no matter what you get for your baby to play with, all they want to do is play with the remote.
Yeah.
This is
Wait a minute. Wasn't that wasn't a remote? That was an invisible fence thing. If the kid turns around, she's absent.
Oh, my God.
That's Allison
She's
Ruoff.
very happy.
And that's her daughter, Althea. They won the whole deal, and she won $200.
Oh, how sweet.
We got to be careful, though, because these parents, I mean, they need a competitive edge.
Oh,
Allison said...
there's crying. though.
Oh, yeah, they'll be crying. Allison said we made sure that Althea got a 3-hour nap, and she had a big bottle. So she was well-rested and fed before the race.
You know, there's a saying, there's mostly crying in baby racing.
Yeah. Yes.
They dropped 3 drops of testosterone onto her binky. And they can't even test for that. It's clear.
They said the big deal was that the parents keeping eye contact with the babies. Once they lost eye contact, they were crying almost always.
Object permanence.
Object is like, oh my God, where did it go? Oh, there's
my mommy.
There's you. Yeah, the old object permanence, Tom. I might still
Have
not
that?
be aware of that.
Clean up lane 2.
Yeah, no, they were.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that saw that? Tom's sad baby face? You have to share that with the room.
What?
That was wonderful. Your sad baby face. Look.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
You all right?
Little Tommy Griswold sad.
Oh.
Can I get you a latte? You going to be okay?
You want your rattle?
I'd like another latte.
There we go.
That's the Tom Griswold baby. You cheer him up with lattes.
A couple from Australia has broken the Guinness World Record for the longest motorcycle jump with a passenger. Married stunt performers Mr. Jake Bennett and Ms. Mel Eckert landed the record title after flying 121 feet, 8 inches through the air.
Scary.
The record had gone unchallenged for 23 years, with Jason Rennie and Sean Phillips setting it on November 2000 with a jump of just 96 feet. This incredible attempt was watched by a crowd of their friends as well as some independent witnesses who cheered and screamed as they landed safely.
See, I thought it was a sidecar.
Oh, is she on the back holding him?
Yeah, she's on the back. I mean, because if it was a sidecar,
I was picturing on the back. You guys weren't.
Of course, I was picturing on the back.
I was
Because
picturing
we're
a
not.
sidecar.
I mean, if it was a sidecar,
We're
it'd
not
be-
crazy.
That would be really
You
That
can't
would be
jump
cool.
a
Tom,
motor-
I was thinking that too.
Because as I was thinking, as it's in the air, the sidecar starts weighing a little bit more.
Yeah.
than-
Yes.
and all of a sudden,
I don't think you can jump a motorcycle in a sidecar, can you?
You can in Mario Kart, but I don't know about the physics in that. That could be different.
this is.
Wouldn't you love it in those old-timey comedy movies where the motorcycle and sidecar would be going down the street and there'd be an obstacle and they would split and then come
Back
together?
yes.
Such a great...
I
This
lost
would be
my
a,
mind when
this
I
would
first
be a
saw
great
it.
scene in a James Bond or a Tom Cruise movie where because she's right behind him holding on.
121 feet, Tom.
They go flying. Yeah, you can check it out on the Guinness World Record site. It's very
Are they harnessed together or anything?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's pure grit.
It appears that she's just hanging on. I can't tell for sure.
Well, wait a minute. That's just like 40 yards, though. That's not no big distance.
What do you mean? 40 yards is almost half a football field.
Well, I know, but
as they say, landing is not an option. I mean, you've
True.
got,
Well, no,
or not an option, I guess.
gravity is
Chick.
a harsh mistress.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? The bumper sticker on the back of a motorcycle that says, I recently lost 250 pounds. The bitch fell off. That kind of thing.
That old Jim.
I have a policy. I don't like that B word because I've used it in error one too many times.
She fell off.
She fell off.
Yeah.
That would be fine. Yeah. If you can read this, she fell off. That's okay. Yeah. The B word.
Does it get an audible laugh from you?
Oh, yeah. Especially if I see it by accident. It's a big deal.
Yeah, by the way, I was at a recently at a state fair, and a woman walked by, and her shirt, I can't even tell you, it said something to the effect in huge letters, "Don't ask me about my effing shirt," with the word spelled out.
No.
Yeah.
It's the state fair. What'd you expect?
Classy.
They give those out for free on Tuesdays. You get there before noon.
Yeah, classy. Yeah. Just, really? Is that necessary?
Daddy, what does that shirt say?
None of your business.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ask that lady about it.
Yeah.
And it's hostile.
It is. It's real silly. Yeah, that's...
But it's not funny. It's just hostile.
It's crass.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Last year's Heisman Trophy winner, Caleb Williams, the quarterback for USC, made headlines with... I don't remember this, but I don't know how we missed it. He had a vulgar message written across his fingernails when he was playing Utah. And Josh, maybe you'll be able to see this if I hold it up. It says "F Utah" across his.
Wow.
Across his. Oh, by the way, Utah beat USC that day by a couple of touchdowns. Evidently, they're going to try to. And Caleb is the early favorite to win the Heisman Trophy again. To tie the record for 2 years in a row. He was the sports best player in 2022. And, of course, this will be the last year that he can win the Pac-12 because next year it's probably not going to exist. And now he's reaping the fruits of his action on the field. He's the next Fansville star. Are you aware of that? Have you seen this? Are you aware of it? The Dr. Pepper world that they play in college football is called Fansville.
Oh, cool.
It's kind of a soap opera where they Brian Bosworth is the sheriff.
What?
Yeah. And there are these commercials for Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
And the kids don't cheer right for the right team, and they disown their children, and it's all very. And he said had it on his fingernail. You would think the NCAA, now that they've run out of things to do, they could come in and fine him for putting F on his hand.
Yeah.
But evidently, that's not the case. Stupid world record. A teacher from Minnesota now holds the Guinness World Record for the most words spelled backwards in 1 minute.
Oh, boy. Teach our kids, please.
I'll just leave that sit with you for a second.
I have the audio.
Oh, my God.
Is that right?
Yeah. I think this is pretty cool.
She's Ms.
What? It's everything you hate.
No,
It's a spelling contest.
Yeah, which I don't care for the spelling bees. I think they're dumb. But this is a weird skill.
Her name is Ms. Pam Onnen.
I would have told you Ms. Yeah.
She's standing on stage in front of a microphone as her daughter Maria reads from a randomized list of words.
Right here. Here we go.
New word is read out. She spells it backwards.
Okay.
2, 1, go. TSOM, SLEIRT, TSCGHTID, TSEB, ELPOAP, TSETROHS, KOOL, STLEDI, TSEDAERG, PAOS.
You get the idea. Josh, you're disgusted?
Well, the audio is a bit rough.
Yeah, that is
annoying, yeah.
I am daily fascinated with the things you find fascinating.
It's just
you can't understand a word or a letter that they're saying.
I hadn't heard the audio. Didn't realize it was that bad. She's spelling words like penguins and earliest and
I heard most.
Backwards.
I heard most. That was the only one I heard too.
TSOM. Yeah.
Did somebody check her spelling?
That's a good question, Tom. Did they check her spelling?
Yes, it's the
they
Guinness
had to
World
slow
Record.
it down.
People.
I would.
Was
think.
she aware of the words that they were going to give her?
That's the thing. It's a randomized set of words.
I don't know about that.
She says. Ms. Onnen says, I'm not sure exactly how I discovered I could spell backwards. I can see the words in my head. I was surprised when I found out not everybody could see the words. I remember wondering how anyone could spell if they couldn't see words in their head. Of course, I have a lot of free time.
I got a C word for you.
People just sit around and call me names if I go outside, and I don't date anyone because I don't have a personality. But I can spell that. I'll always be able to spell backwards if you need that. And now I have the world record for spelling backwards. What do you think of that?
See, it's interesting to me because in her head,
I've also watched.
She sees the words,
right?
She just looks up and goes.
So she is dyslexic, is what you're telling me.
No, she has some kind of visual thing in her head where she can sort of look up. Oh, there's the word.
I could see a word in my head if I should. Yeah.
Is it GNIROB?
Boring.
Oh.
I apologize. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
He doesn't really apologize.
No, he doesn't.
Learned it at the spelling Ebe.
Ebe.
That made it all worth it
Be
for me.
Be careful about the use of the word Ebe.
It's spelling bee backwards. Right now I want to do the quiz again. Once again, Kristi Lee, your sleep number setting is what?
35.
That's a nice soft mattress.
Yes, it is, my friend, and I love it.
And the opposing point of view comes from Chick McGee with a sleep number setting of...
I like a firm mattress. It's 100 is the firmest setting, and the sleep number bed stays firm year after year after year.
It's a smart bed, and
yes, it is.
If you're smart, you'll take advantage of something going on with the sleep number people. It's their biggest sale of the year. You can save a staggering 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed this week. And by the way, special financing has been arranged for a limited time. Find out the details at your Sleep Number store, sleepnumber.com/BT show. And again, they've figured this out. They've got it down. It's adjustable firmness. So it's like having 40 mattresses in one. And each side of the bed can have its own setting. Therefore, you could be 100 on this side and very firm. And over here, not so firm, but 35 like Kristi Lee. But the smart bed will help you figure out what the best setting is. Also, there's lots of different beds with various special things involving temperature control, raising and lowering your head, et cetera, et cetera. You got to see it. Find out what's going on. Go to the Sleep Number store, sleepnumber.com/BT show. Coming up, a birthday tribute to a friend of the show. We have giraffes in the news. We have a weird Krispy Kreme donut story coming up as well. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Fidelity. What's it cost to invest with the Fidelity app?
Start with as little as $1 with no account fees or trade commissions on U.S. stocks and ETFs.
That's music to my ears.
I can only talk.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Zero account fees apply to retail brokerage accounts only. Sell order assessment fee not included. A limited number of ETFs are subject to a transaction-based service fee of $100. See full list at fidelity.com/commissions. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast here to tell you about Michelob Ultra Courtside. It's getting fans closer to the NBA with a chance to win prizes like courtside seats, a trip to All-Star Weekend, and much more. Check it out at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access, Courtside 24-25 sweepstakes, no purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 and up. Begins on October 1st, 2024, ends July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Hey, there's Willie Griswold.
Yo, yo.
That's him. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
He's at the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Now, we are going to hook up with our friend, comedian Al Jackson. There he is.
Oh, for the love of God.
Yes. He's the man in yellow.
The shirt matches his hat.
And
what's wrong with you?
You're in your studio, right?
I'm in my studio. It's an ever-going work in progress. I built this with my hands, and it looks like it. I look like a stepdad that went crazy in the garage, and his wife is just like, leave him out there. He likes to yell at things. There's a lot of metal. Things are falling. But things are good things. And I just got texted a picture of myself as a woman.
Yes.
So the morning has begun.
You are hot as a woman.
Did you see everybody as a woman there? Did you notice how hot
Jack, I've seen
Tom
everybody
is?
as a woman for a long time.
Okay.
Now, once again, this all started with someone took the NFL quarterbacks and through AI, showed what they might look like as ladies. And then we did it and did a gender swap. So there's a version of Kristi as a man that looks, oddly enough, just like her nephew.
Yeah.
We did everybody else. We did you, Al. And I think, Al, you are what's the term I'm looking for? Foxy? Is that still
That is
going?
the only word you can use to describe me. First of all, my father, the late, great Otha Jackson, That was how he described women. You know who he always said? He used to think Sarah Palin was a fox. He used to say, Sarah Palin, that woman's a fox.
No kidding.
Yeah. I think Sarah Palin did it for a lot of guys because she had that, in her, when she was really out there the first time, she had that
MILF look. Yeah.
That your hottest, like she looked like a strict principal at a school, but you could tell she was hot, but she was also mean, and I think that turns people on too.
I was one of them.
Like the power thing.
Really?
I was a fan.
Oh yeah.
Of that
She had
the glasses.
The glasses. Yeah.
Looked bright. Well,
and you know what, Tom? What was different about her glasses is they weren't for affect. You know how like when those thick black framed glasses came out, and every model is like, oh, I'm a nerd now.
Yeah.
I play with Legos. It's like you're 9.5. Get out. Like glasses don't work on them, but like when you really need glasses and they're hot, but you're not trying to be, it just makes you look like a lawyer that just is stressed. So you have that mean lawyer sex where both of you guys' breath smells like black coffee, like that kind of sex, like you need that.
One of the top selling porno movies of that year was something called Nailin' Palin, where they found a
look-alike. Really?
Look-alike, yeah.
That could either be
Hall
a
of Famer
porn
Lisa
or a
Ann.
political strategy to take her down.
Did they do that? As much as I hate politics, do they do that for like all the people
they
running?
tend to they'll have stuff like that, yeah.
But you would only have a market for it if there were people that were attracted to them and wanted to see them in a sexual situation. Like, I don't think there's anything like that for Kamala Harris. I don't think people think about her at all. But
I think she's attractive too.
Yeah, I think she's very pretty.
I think she's
yes,
adorable.
but there's not I think she's a perfect example of she's not unattractive at all. She's very pretty. But there is something that human beings cannot explain where some people just have it, where they have a sexual energy to them.
Yep.
And I can't call it, I don't get it, but they're just some people, even if they're not the most, it's interesting because you don't see a lot of guys say, who I think is the hottest woman, whoever won Miss Universe 2 years ago. Like, those women are extremely gorgeous and beautiful, but there's like this one other thing that you need where somebody goes, I would trade half my life for one night with them. They're you just gotta have it. I don't know what it is.
Just sexy, that like Jeb Bush factor, just like he's just got kind of going on.
Who would you guys who would you say is one of those people that's not super like conventionally attractive, but everybody just thinks that they're sexually.
This isn't everybody, Al, but people get really surprised when I talk about how sexy I think Rachel Ray is. She's like in my top 3.
Oh, the cooking show, she's very sexy. I think
there's something about her that just exudes. And Bat and Ace are howling with laughter.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
She has plates of food.
She can make food for her.
I get it. I get it. You know who I thought was hot, Tom? Was that if you want to go cooking, if you want to bring up cooking booze, I liked that older redheaded woman, the barefoot contestant. She used to cook in that cabin. Yeah. She'd be like, boys would be home soon, so I made some grits with sugar in them.
You're talking about Ree Drummond, the pioneer woman.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of hers, too.
I thought you'd be a Paula Dean fan, Al.
He was, and then all of a sudden he wasn't. I don't know what happened.
That's weird.
He was like way on board, and then one day he just decided he was. Whatever happened?
What's up with that?
There's another category there. Yeah, I know there are a couple of like
attractive racists.
That's hilarious.
I was trying to be more
category.
Mel Gibson. We'll start with Mel Gibson.
I was trying to be much more delicate. There's also a category in politics of like fringe lunatics that happen to be either very handsome or very attractive. It's just, you're right, Al. It's almost irrespective of their point of view. But this leads to another topic. We were talking about this, and I'll give the brief version, Al, for the setup.
Your Paula Dean had some good points segment?
I've never seen her points, and I doubt it. No, we were talking. We were talking about something different, which was Josh was telling the story about he was having a interpersonal encounter of the most intimate kind with one of his lady friends.
Oh, my Lord.
And they had placed a pizza in the oven, and then one thing led to another. And by the time they had cleaned up, they'd forgotten about the pizza.
You clean up post-coitus, Josh.
Well, don't you?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
I'm
he
confusing-
makes it sound like you have to shower and there's
do your hair. And
a squeegee.
We ended up burning the pizza, Alan. So from then on out, we would say, "Hey, do you want to burn a pizza tonight?"
That became their code word.
Yeah,
their code phrase, I should say. So a lot of people have been sending us their particular code phrases. So Al, I'm just curious in the history of your interpersonal life. What am I talking about? Have you ever had a thing where if you're like at some banquet or something with your lady friend, and would you say something like "Let's go" as a code for getting off and getting off, if you will?
Yeah, it's not as good as burn a pizza. First of all, Josh, it's good that the pizza was burned, because if you don't last that long, it's like it's still cold. Right. But I my phrase, and just straight up all the time, I'll be like, "Hey, your man's gonna get at you tonight, so be ready." That sounds more like a threat that the mafia would send you. But yeah, I say I'm gonna get at you. I don't know.
I'm gonna get at you.
I'm going to get at you.
Ace, do you want to tell Al your phrase?
Sure. Baby, it's time.
It's time.
All
right. Kind of a takeoff on the Chambers Brothers. The time has come today. It's time. Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, Ace, I think you're missing your calling, because that could also, I could definitely see that being used in a sexual connotation, but you're a diehard Raiders fan. Shout out, get ready for the season. If the stadium just got quiet and just that phrase played, it's already got the baby from Al Davis. If it just said "baby, it's time," and then the fireworks went off, that could be your "let's get ready to rumble." I'm telling you, like, that would get me fired up for a football game. Like,
right,
sure. Let's go. All right,
just
stay
win,
in town.
baby. It's time.
Chargers in town. Come on, let's go.
A lot of these are, I like the ones that, like Josh's, where an event would take place, and after that, they would use that.
Yeah.
Here's a good example. This comes to us from DeSoto, Iowa.
Yeah.
At the beginning of COVID, I made a home office, writes Mr. L. One day, one of my monitor cords came loose, so my wife scrambled under the desk to plug it in.
Here we go.
I scrambled in after.
Oh,
and for the last 3 years, we now ask each other if it's time to check the cords.
Yes.
So you could use that. You could be at an elegant dinner, Al, and say to your lady next to you, "Well, even everyone is listening. I'm sorry, we have to go. We have to go check the cords."
I don't think so.
No, you can't.
I'm just like, how big is this desk?
Yeah.
He went in after her. I can barely fit my legs under her desk.
And Tom, that DeSoto, that's a weird name for a city.
Well, no, it's
DeSoto.
No, it's just sort of like DeLand.
DeLand.
Oh, DeLand. Why do
DeLand
they
in
call
Florida.
it DeLand?
Because it's not too far from DC.
Oh, thank you,
Al. You okay?
I like that. I know it was so. Sometimes it's so ridiculous that I still appreciate just ridiculous humor. I'm not this person. I just love that. Really weird ones get me. I love that one. It's so dumb. I love it.
So, Al, your phrase once again is, "I'm getting at you tonight, baby."
You're man.
It's more deliberate. It's the way like one of like the Four Tops would say it, like in between sets, like, "Your man's gonna get at you tonight, so be ready."
So be ready.
It's gonna get at
Be
you.
ready.
And by the way, I still like your Al. I love your description of lawyer sex. That both of their breaths smell like black coffee.
Yeah,
that
because
is
they're
hilarious.
both worked and stressed, and they both know. I mean, there is.
Yeah, that
You
hot
do need
ADA
an element of sexual tension, and you need an element of craziness, and no one wants to admit that.
Mm-hmm.
But there is something about people that are not totally wired that is hot, because it's a very animalistic exploration, and the less boundaries that are in place. Because, like, for me, if there's a bunch of talking, yes, I don't. It just like. I like to just get. I don't like the whole, wait, hold on, wait, put the fitted sheet back on. It came off the corner. I'm like, all right, I'm done. Like I just, my dude is out there. Like, it's got to be. I like when we just there's got to be something like we can't hold back. It's hot.
Now, Al, we had an interesting survey this week, and I don't know if you talked about it on your TV show, The Daily Blast Live.
Shout out.
It involved the type of music that people like in the bedroom and whether or not if they have the same taste in music. It was a very extensive survey. But one of the interesting things was the number of people who wore earbuds while in bed. I thought that was it 17%?
17%
It seems
of those
very high to me.
who are AirPod users.
They've got to be under the age of 22.
Got to be.
I will say this: if you have a partner like I do that needs it completely, that she's just a light sleeper, and sometimes I am not ready to go to bed yet, so I will put an AirPod in, but I wouldn't go to sleep with them. And I wouldn't have. Are people being intimate with AirPods?
Yes.
That would be
Yeah.
I find that
oh
fascinating.
my goodness, how boring are you?
Yeah,
that's so weird.
The texter, does that feel good?
Yeah. Well, no, you'd have your earbuds in, so you have to. Does that feel good? Because you don't know how loud you're
But
talking.
see, Al, you could be listening to your favorite thing, and she could have on a murder mystery podcast.
Yeah, with the voice of a man she really wishes to be with. It's. I mean, I think that's not too high of a request to ask for your full attention.
No, it's not.
12
Doesn't
minutes.
seem like too much.
I just like to listen to my motivational Malcolm Gladwell podcast. Tells me I'm doing a good job, and also gives me fun facts, keeps me informed. It's nice.
Okay.
And you keep track of how many times you've done it. 10,000 times.
Exactly.
You're getting close.
You know,
Exactly.
this might be too much for your TV show, Al. I'm not sure they'd allow you to do this. But for example, another stat from this survey, 40% of hip-hop fans, and I know you're a hip-hop fan, their favorite, can you guess their favorite position in the world of intimacy?
Doggy.
Yeah.
You got
Didn't hesitate.
Didn't even wait.
You're right.
Doggy.
And here's
Snoop Dogg literally had an album named after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
90% of the songs are about that, aren't they?
About a quarter of the people in the survey that were heavy metal fans, their favorite position was cowgirl. And of that percentage, another chunk was so-called reverse cowgirl. So
I will say, though, Kanye West did teach us that he loves her boobies, so to speak, because they prove that he can focus on two things at once. It's one of the best rap lyrics of all time.
Yeah.
It's just an incredible lyric. Oh, yeah.
I was talking about the genius of Kanye West and like how geniuses cannot stay around long because there's got to be a balance to that genius, and that's going to be tragedy. But yeah, he did provide us with some of the greatest lines ever. As for reverse cowgirl, I'll say I don't get that because depending on how you're equipped, it might not work for you, and like depending on angles, I'll leave it at that. And then like you're just looking at her back like you're her trainer or something. I don't.
If you're looking at her back, you just lower those eyes a little bit.
Good stuff there.
You're doing it wrong. You know, like you're.
Who said there's good stuff there?
I said, yeah.
All right.
You know,
if there's a tattoo back there, Kristi Lee, I'm out because I have ADHD, and I'll be like, why would she get a pelican? And now my head is good. Now I'm lost.
Yeah, but did you know that's the number one position to break your, if you will?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. First of all, I had a friend. I can say this. She's a friend of mine. That's going way back. And it was one of those situations where we liked each other at different times. So we just ended up being friends our whole life. And she ended up getting with a guy. And she just casually told me over drinks, it was like 10 years ago, that she broke it and they had to go to the emergency room.
Ugh.
And she was dealing with like incredible guilt. Like it's gross, but then the fallout from like what she feels and then going, it's really like traumatic. And I didn't really know how that happened a lot.
So did Allie Breen did she eventually get over the guilt?
Oh, no, Allie's always been my sis. But I hope she hasn't done. Just because the guilt that would happen. See, men were so egotistical. We'd be like, yeah, I broke it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Does it bounce back? So
I don't think so. I mean, my best friend is a penile surgeon, and it's a lot of like membranes and what do you call it? It's like for sensory stuff, like it's very
Nerves?
you can't just like put nerve endings.
And don't ask
and
to
you
sign.
just
Don't
can't
ask
put
to
that
sign
together.
the cast.
I think that
signing the cast is just bad. bad.
When that happens, one side of it, they don't fill up with blood, so it looks like you got a left turn or whatever where you've broken it.
And she can't say anything because you're just going to guilt trip her to death. Well, remember when this looked normal? Now it's the leaning tower.
And that leads you to a new phrase. Hey, baby, it's time to check the boomerang. Al, we got to go. Watch Al Jackson Daily Blast live.
Yes,
on a
sir.
TV or computer near you. Thanks, Al. Always
Bye,
a great
Al.
pleasure.
Hey, I love you guys.
Love you
See
too.
you, Al. Now, Kristi, give me the what's a coming up.
This is exciting.
Do you like to have guests in your home? We'll tell you about a new survey about having house guests. We will also talk about, the new Krispy Kreme lip treatment.
Lip treatment?
Yes.
Where they stuff your lips full of donuts?
Maybe.
Custard?
And to keep with our theme this morning, we do have a runaway porta potty coming up.
All right. Thank you very much. Right now, I want to remind you that the summer's not over yet. But that means you want to spend as much time as you can doing stuff other than hanging around at the grocery store. That's where HelloFresh comes in. They do the grocery shopping. They do the measuring. They give you the recipes. You put it together sometimes in just 10 or 15 minutes with some of their new quick and easy options. I'm talking about HelloFresh. They've got a new code, by the way. It starts with the numeral 50. It's 50 BT Show. That's the code. So you go to HelloFresh.com/50 BT Show and take advantage of this amazing offer. You can get America's #1 meal kit and get 50% off plus free shipping if you use that code 50BT Show. That's at HelloFresh.com/50BT Show. Willie, what have you been working on over there?
Y'all check out the honey butter barbecue pork chops with mashed sweet potatoes and lemony green beans. HelloFresh sends you 8 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious dinner that you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
They have done the shopping. They have done the measuring. You're going to get restaurant quality food. It's a great way to learn how to cook, great way to teach the kids how to cook, great for date night. Open that up over there, baby. We're going to have a great meal in just a few minutes. And by the way, it's cheaper than most delivery and even less expensive than grocery shopping, especially now with this offer where you save 50%. So once again, check it out. 50BT Show is the code. You go to HelloFresh.com/50BT Show. That's HelloFresh.com/50BT Show. As we said, coming up, we have a runaway porta potty and other exciting things happening, including giraffes in the news. Aw. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next.
It's on Keystone.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the news desk, it's Kristi Lee.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick McGee.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
Josh Arnold is here.
Chickster.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Going back a couple hours, we had a very interesting discussion about the joys of various fast food combinations.
Yes.
And also, it's been talked about for many years, the delight of getting a stray onion ring in your order of fries. I have been informed in the great state of Nebraska, which is the home of the Runza restaurant chain, Runza.
Yeah.
Runza.
Uh-huh.
They have amazing fries, according to this nice letter from Nancy. They also have amazing onion rings that are handmade in each restaurant. Several years ago, they began offering frings. It's a combo of fries and rings in one order.
Wow.
Hello.
The letter concludes, God bless them.
Yes. Yeah. I like a Runza.
It sounds good. Now, have we finished our sports program?
Yes, we have, actually.
It's time to turn to the news desk then.
Well,
with Kristi
actually,
Lee.
before we do officially, we need to hear this at least once a week.
Hey, baby, you want to come and take a ride with the Mississippi Mud Flat?
That's, of course, the fabulous Gardner Minshew.
I love Gardner Minshew.
Second-string quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts.
If you'd like to have Gardner as a house guest, we have a new survey out there. It talks about how people feel about having you over as a guest. 2,000 Americans, it was conducted on behalf of Avocado Green Mattress, found 72% have told a guest, make yourself at home. 91% regretted it afterward. Some of the reasons given for respondents' regrets included guests expecting more meals than planned, overstaying their welcome, and making a mess. So you're a guest in someone's house. Do you expect them to clean or to cook for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Really?
When you stay, if somebody says, "Hey, come stay with us for the weekend," you don't expect.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
meals?
of course. Yeah, I guess so. But you help.
Meals are
yeah, of course.
Or you suggest, hey, would you want to go out for breakfast today? Or
no, or I'll bring this. I always, like when I go to my brother's at the Lake of the Ozarks, I always bring food and yeah.
I was at this guy's house. He said, "Hey, look, make yourself at home." So I sold it. Hey, I don't like this place. I'm going to get rid of it. I hate staying at other people's houses.
I'm not a fan of it either. I always feel like I'm in the way, or
it depends. Yeah,
it's awkward.
Well, that's only because you're in the way.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's just weird.
And don't have guests if you're one of these people who's complaining about having guests.
When
Stop.
asked who makes the worst guests, respondents said friends at 42%, siblings at 39%, and in-laws at 37%.
Stop hosting people then. Whiny bastards. Doesn't make any sense.
Now, do you host, for example, Greg Warren, comedian, when he's in town?
No, he's like you. He refuses to stay at people's places. He doesn't like it at all.
That's
but
funny.
yeah, I've hosted plenty of other friends.
That's funny because he wanted to stay over at my place.
Well,
maybe it's you.
I wouldn't be insulted.
I have people crash at my place a lot. The one thing that'll kind of get on my nerves, if I say, "Hey, I have a clean towel if you want to shower," that means take a shower right now before you get your dirty self everywhere.
Oh,
and then
it does?
Especially, I've had like a guy crash on my couch for the night, wake up in the morning, I'm like, "Hey, here's this clean towel," and he won't shower. I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine. I don't need to shower."
Oh.
If someone ever offers you a towel, go ahead, take a shower.
Right.
I think that's pretty good.
Really?
Rule. And the other one is, I'll be like, "Hey, this is the guest room." They're like, "No, it's fine. I'm going to crash on the couch." I do not want you to crash on my couch. I want to lay around there later in the day. I don't need to think about your head on my pillow when I'm trying to chill later on.
Yeah, so if you got a guest room, use it. That makes sense.
Those are my rules.
I would say if you have rules, don't have guests.
You can't have any rules?
Not. I mean, those seem oddly strict to me. Here's a towel in case you want to take a shower, but you if they don't take a shower, you're pissed about it?
Not pissed about it, but it's like, especially if you're going to sleep on the couch, I don't want you sleeping in your dirty outside clothes.
You can't have guests.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Dude, that's not too much to ask. Say, "Hey, please sleep in the guest bed, or please take a shower before you crash here."
Now, let me, in defense of Willie, Josh, let me clarify.
Well, you guys are both legitimate weirdos.
No,
so
Oh, you're a long line of weirdos.
Allow me. I think this may change your opinion.
Okay.
Willie's guests are road comedians.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They need showers usually.
Which why it doesn't surprise me that some of them say no thank you to a shower.
When they need a Silkwood shower.
Well, sure.
So do you have a lot of guests at a Shea, Josh?
No, not a lot, but a few times a year.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a guest at someone's home, do you make the bed when you leave?
I do, and if they're going to wash the sheets, I strip the bed and I leave the sheets folded at the end of the bed.
Oh, that's very nice. You're a great guest.
I'm a very good guest.
You could stay at my house anytime.
Well, thank you.
Wait a minute. So if you were staying at Kristi's house,
yes,
you'd get up in the morning, wash the sheets, fold them, and put them back?
No,
that's
not at all
what he said.
Strip the bed.
I'm pretty sure that's what I heard Tom say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I heard Tom say that's what you said.
No, I'll ask them, like on the day that I'm leaving, "Hey, are you going to wash these sheets?" And usually it's, yeah.
Well, of course you are.
So then I strip the bed and I keep the sheets nice
I
at
see.
the end of the bed.
Yeah,
because I have that famous story about this friend of mine who is...
I don't want to hear this story. It's disgusting.
No.
I'll tell you, Judge. This friend of mine...
Sure, go ahead.
He's a brilliant guy. He's a physician.
Of course he is.
You said friend of yours. We know.
And a jet pilot.
No, he's a doctor.
We know.
Kirk, if you're out there.
Kirk. What a stupid name.
It's
not Kurt. It's Kirk.
When he'd been out of college for a few years, and he was back at his mom's house.
But still whip smart.
And they had a guest over who'd been like this really cool guy in high school. He'd known him. And this guy whose name was Chris, as a matter of fact, he came over and stayed over for a few days. And then when he left, Kirk's mom went upstairs, and the bed was cleanly made and everything else, but he had defecated in the bed. And then
Presumably on accident.
Do you think he knew? Maybe he didn't know.
I think he probably knew.
I don't believe you, Tom.
He knew, and he was so embarrassed. He thought, this is.
I mean,
This is bad. This is really bad. You know what? I won't say anything. Maybe they won't know.
I know.
Punchline, he's now the Reverend Chris, by the way.
Is that true?
Yes.
No,
Absolutely.
reverends poop too.
Well,
They sure do.
If you're going to poop in the bed, I think in the Bible it says, tell the host.
It's my experience that if you see someone who's super religious, they've done something to get to that point. Okay.
You know what? You're not wrong.
Killed
probably.
a prostitute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pat, we got a song coming out of you?
Sure, whatever you want.
Just a few minutes. We'll look
Squeeze
forward
his
to
head.
that. All right. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules, or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Every cup of Nespresso coffee is an invitation to transform your morning routine into a ritual you can treasure each and every day. Using the Virtuo Pop, a simple touch of the button freshly brews bold aromas and a rich, velvety crema layer for delicious cafe-quality coffee at home. Whether you enjoy your coffee hot or over ice, every sip, every morning is unforgettable. Nothing tastes like Nespresso coffee. Visit Nespresso.com or our app to explore our full range of easy-to-use machines and coffees not found anywhere else.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the sound of What the Hell's Wrong with You, we're back on the air.
Yes, we
That's
are.
Kristi Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
I have an embarrassing confession after this.
All right.
All right, there's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
On a serious note and a not serious note.
Okay.
First off, Bob doing great.
Good.
Bob is home, and Becky is taking care of him, and he's doing real well. And we'll be
good news.
Be able to talk to him soon. So hang in there, Bob. He's doing great. So it's been a recovery. He had his operation about a month ago, and the cancer is gone. So that's great news. Anyway, on a silly note, we were talking about these code phrases for having intimate encounters. Thank you for going right to the chase there, Kristi. There is a phrase.
I didn't say anything.
I did.
Oh,
I said Kristi.
Yeah.
What'd she say? I missed it.
Sex. Sex.
It. Okay. Right in the who.
I got a code.
I'm like the
I got delivery in that who.
Hey, dirty leg.
Oh.
Let me taste the salad.
That's exactly how I picture you.
Boy,
Non sequiturs, not connected. You know absolutely nothing what you're talking about.
I don't know how you had kids.
Oh, I don't either.
The phrase, and Steve took the time and trouble to remind me, is celebrating Bob's birthday.
Sure.
So, Kristi, you could be at an elegant dinner, which I don't know you like elegant dinners.
Oh, yeah.
You're there with your man, and there's maybe 6 other people at the table, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, we have to go. We've got to go celebrate Bob's birthday." And then you can get up and leave, and then knock one off in the car.
There you go.
But see, that's
Perfect night.
It's a nice neutral phrase. People don't know what you're doing, what you're talking about, as opposed to some of the phrases that have been suggested. I always say to my wife, "Let's go bump uglies." Really, it's got to make her feel good.
Well, have you really?
They're not.
Have you really seen those up close?
All of our pudendum is.
You think so?
Unattractive.
That's why you shut your eyes.
Mine's pretty.
What?
Well, it's because you bedazzle it.
Light rouge, a little wig on top.
As opposed to Josh, who has Josh is famous for his grooming down there, is the topiary like productions that you do. What is the current statuette in your pubes?
The Ghostbusters logo.
You stopped doing all that, right?
I still manscape, regularly. Mm-hmm.
Our friend Zach
Hang on a second. Let me interrupt, Kristi. I'm sorry. I apologize. Right. Have you ever encountered, not to suggest that you've encountered a lot of them, but in the...
Ask the room. How about that?
You can ask me. I'm upfront about all this.
Have you ever encountered one that was groomed in such a way that you were startled?
Yes. We talked about this off the air. Were you not in the room yesterday when we were talking about this?
No.
Yes, I did.
Can you describe it without...
It was...
Green?
No, it was groomed almost like wearing long shorts. You know what I mean?
So,
like from the waist down to almost the knees.
Had been straightened?
Oh, I
Had
see.
been shaved.
Just zero hair in that.
Yes.
It looked like he was wearing flesh boxers.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't take Andy for that kind of guy. Weird.
Not Andy. Oh my God. I'm going to hear about that. Thanks. This was a long time ago. Yeah.
It's 3 months.
Wow, that's interesting.
Wasn't that interesting? I don't know. Maybe I never asked. Maybe he was into biking or something. Wore bike shorts a lot. I don't know. But
okay.
I like to do a comb over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of.
That's nice.
Like Rudy Giuliani's had, that kind of pathetic comb over that you're not fooling anybody. I'm sorry. We have.
Harry's gone. You need to get rid of all that.
Yeah.
Being hairy is not good.
It's very gauche, Tom.
Yeah, it's very gauche.
Well,
you don't like your women that way. Why would you expect them to like you that way?
I'll have to tell Mo Howard that it's time to go curly, to put it into a Three Stooges analogy, which we can all relate to.
Yes.
Would you care to see the numbers on how many people know, the percentage of people who know who Mo Howard is?
Well, and those that don't, I feel sorry for.
Well, I do too.
If you've never seen the episode of the Three Stooges where Curly is singing opera while they're putting the tone arm on
I can't imagine
that is so funny.
Stupider.
I even know the melody. Right?
Yes.
Right? Oh,
may I tell you guys a story?
You may.
Yesterday? I was at the grocery store. Yes,
Were you
with
buying-
my forklift.
Were you buying potatoes?
Guys.
Potatoes. Oh, no, it's not that story.
Go ahead, Josh.
I was heading out to my car with my shopping cart.
Did your car get a flat?
And
Shopping
it was
carts.
about...
you mean shopping carts, yes. Thank you, Pat.
Stop, you
It
guys.
wasn't too hot. It was like maybe 78, something like that out. It was kind of nice out. And
when was that?
It was like 2 or 3 days ago. It wasn't as bad as you might think.
Did all your ice cream out?
It's really hot now, though.
I know. The reason I'm bringing that up is because I looked over and my the car that was parked there the window was down and there was a dog in the back seat. So what I'm trying to say is it wasn't dangerously hot for the dog to be back there. And I can only see the silhouette of the dog. And so I load my car up and then I put the cart back in to the
Cart
the
corral.
place. Thank you. And I look over into the open window. I go, "What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there?" And I got a little closer, and it was not a dog. It was an old man in a fuzzy hat.
Now, did you regret having your pants half down?
I'm waiting for
No, it's embarrassing enough, and then you say something like that and ruin the whole story.
I didn't see that coming.
That's just the kind of thing that I would have
I
done.
did not see that.
And the guy looked at me like I was an absolute maniac, as he should have.
And he said, "I'm waiting for my son to come back."
An old man in a fuzzy hat.
Yes.
The only thing that would have made that better if he, I'm fine. Hey,
Yeah. He just goes, "Hello there, young man. And aren't you cute too, young man?"
That would have been funnier if he went, boop, 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 boop.
Yes. Did you scare him? He was somewhat alarmed. And I just kind of laughed.
Can you recreate the exact way you said it?
Yes, as I was walking to, because I wanted to get a look at the dog or whatever.
You gotta get a look at it.
What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there?
Was a window partially rolled down? Could he hear you at all?
Yeah, it was all the way. It was all the way down.
Even better.
And he was sitting in the center of the back seat.
Oh, that's weird.
So but the silhouette with his hat bill, it looked like the muzzle of a dog.
Who's wearing a fuzzy hat in the summer?
It was very fuzzy and it was very long.
Well, I get cold.
It was a silly hat.
Yes.
But
Why
man.
do old people get so cold? I don't get it.
You know what? You know what's funny is that he's going to go to his son or whoever's driving him. And he's going to this guy just walked up and he used a dog voice. It was and no one's going to believe him.
Right.
Yeah, Grandpa's dimension's back. He thinks that he's seeing people talking to him in dog voices in the parking lot.
It's really sad.
Did you laugh all the way home?
Yeah. They're like, that guy must have. Who knows?
Weren't you embarrassed? Like,
I was embarrassed.
What did you do in there?
did you
I
say,
wanted to look at me
"Excuse
like,
me,
what are
sir,"
you?
or-
Why are you talking to me like I'm a veteran of World War II? I'm more of a man than you'll ever be.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But I kind of laughed and went off and said, sorry. I just got my car and left.
The only thing close to that recently, I was at
bless your heart.
I was at a place. It was a place where they make coffee. a kind of a mom and pop place.
Yeah.
It was a place where they
it was a coffee house.
But it wasn't a
shop.
Starbucks. It was a... Yeah. And the lady in front of me started using a lot of Spanish words for the barista. and then he just got her coffee. I get up there, and the guy looks at me, and he goes, I don't know what the hell she's doing. I don't speak a word of Spanish. She was just assuming that this young man was of Mexican heritage.
Wow.
He took it well. It was like, what the hell just happened here?
That story is unbelievable in the fact that I just can't believe that it was you who wasn't the person trying to speak Spanish to this person.
Hola. El Coffeo. Hot.
Por favor.
Dunkashane, senor.
By the way, are you aware of the fabulous Rita Moreno? She's wonderful.
Gracias and del nada. It was really funny that this kid was like, what the hell does this lady think? In any event, was
it a white lady? Was it a white lady?
Oh, yeah.
Why wouldn't you go, excuse me, ma'am, I don't speak Spanish?
I don't know. He was just trying to be nice.
All right.
Sweet kid.
All right.
Yeah.
I gave him an extra tip for not going, lady. We have a really cool request here, Pat.
What is that?
I'm going to tell you in secret.
All right.
Which song of it is Pat's? Oh, we have to wait till we come back?
Yeah, when we come back. Kristi, what have you got coming up?
Well, we still have our 84-year-old woman who wants to get 1,000 skydives in. Before
How old is she?
84.
How old is she? She's a little curled up sweetie.
Look at all your blue hair blowing in the wind as the ground
She's going to jump out of a plane.
Oh, that's going to hurt if that chute doesn't open.
Yeah.
And then the parachute would be a problem, too.
Wasn't there a story a couple years ago about a German Shepherd jumping out of an airplane with a guy?
No, that's a joke.
Oh, what is the joke?
The blind guy jumps out and the dog was barking.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What the hell's wrong?
A story.
You don't know the difference between a joke and reality.
No, there's a guy. There's a skydiver who dives. He does dives with his dog strapped to him. That's a real story. I remember that.
Wow.
Yeah. You're just...
I don't remember
back,
it.
I heard it on Wait over the weekend. It's 100%.
Okay. That's probably where he heard it, too.
Very good.
All right.
Let's see. Right now, I want to talk about diamonds. I want to talk about real diamonds.
You mean diamonds?
Diamonds, as opposed to the so-called lab-grown diamonds. No. Steven Singer, he'll give you one of those with a purchase. I'll tell you what I'm talking about right now. Steven's a big fan of what we call real, natural, earth-born diamonds. So grab maybe an engagement ring from Steven Singer Jewelers, and you'll find out, wow, this is a beautiful diamond. It's a real diamond, not lab-grown. And Steven's, he'd like you to get the real thing. And remember, with Steven Singer Jewelers, you get a real diamond. If you want to upgrade that, say those earrings, you want to upgrade them in a year, you get the full value back so you can keep moving on up in the world. So the man-made diamonds, no thank you. No. Other jewelers can look you in the eye and sell you one of those for $1,000. Steven won't do it. That's why he's giving away a free one with a purchase, because he doesn't believe in the lab-grown diamond. Find out what I'm talking about by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. Get all the details. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. And it's more than diamonds, by the way. Lots of other stuff there. And it's like I say, this is maybe back-to-school time. How about a nice back-to-school bracelet for somebody? Well, that'd be really nice. Anyways, the whole point is real, natural, earth-born diamonds from Steven Singer Jewelers. Get the details. IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up, a song from Pat Godwin and a lady plummeting out of an airplane over and over and over again. How many feet per second is it that you keep going?
A lot.
Okay. 32 feet per second.
The ground's getting real close.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Wait a second. Near
Runaway chair.
Krista Lee.
Crystal Lee, that's right.
This is what it sounded like
Krista Lee.
Elvis was our announcer. Krista Lee is a
I was
news
called
anchor.
Cindy Lee yesterday.
There's Pat Godwin. Who called you Cindy Lee?
Somebody in an email. Obviously, they were a big fan.
Thanks for listening.
They took the time and trouble.
There's Willie Griswold.
I do. It's like an adverb, though. She read the news crystally. It's nice.
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
The I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Well, thank you very much. I have a letter.
Chick, if you would have fallen, would we still be laughing at this point in the break?
I was nervous. What happened is Chick just came in, kind of rushed into his chair, and it looked like he may fall backwards.
It looked like the chair was going to move and he was going to fall.
I was nervous.
Yeah. Right.
You might break your cocks.
I've fallen like 5 or 6 times in the past 5 years, and I might break my coccyx.
Yes.
But I tend to fall in slow motion now. Have you seen this?
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that break your fall?
Slow. No, it doesn't make anything hurt less, but it just seems like I'm falling a lot slower. And I think in my brain I can catch myself, but
that's where most injuries occur.
Yeah, I'm
trying to catch yourself.
Well, I've got a nice letter here.
Okay.
From the Commonwealth of Kentucky. PW has taken the time and trouble to write. I work the night shift here in Lexington, Kentucky. Driving home,
that's horse country.
I will sometimes grab a coffee from Starbucks. This morning, the Starbucks I went to, pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, yeah, I saw that this morning.
Already?
They're back. Well, it's back to school season, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's supposed to be kind of their fall drink. And check local listings. What do they call it? The heat mattress? What's it called? The heat something?
Index?
Heat index?
No, the heat bubble, the heat...
a dome of hot...
Heat dome. There we go. Heat dome, not heat mattress.
Right now, kids are getting back to college and sororities are doing rushes. This is like their fuel. They need this. It's like cocaine for music producers in the 80s. This is what they need to get everybody involved.
Really? Pumpkin spice. Right. Well, and the request continues from our hospital worker in the great Commonwealth of Kentucky. A song from Pat Godwin. Pat, any chance you can do this one?
Well, I may be rusty.
Well,
it's August 24th.
I have to pull back the curtain a little bit here.
Okay.
Yeah. In the green room just now, epic argument between Tom and Pat. I didn't know what it was about, per se.
Was it one of their arguments where they're both angry, or one is angry and one's confused? Because
I was angry, he was disappointed.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's correct.
Tom said,
you know who also said that she wasn't mad, she was disappointed? My mother. She said that quite often, Tom. Don't do that.
I am surprised this song is being played.
I whispered into Pat's ear because I didn't want Josh to hear what it was going to be.
Hey, we have a request, and then he whispered it, and Pat goes, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's the wrong time of year. I don't have it rehearsed. It's
too long ago.
And I thought Tom gave in. It's that when I left the room, in my head, I was like, oh, that song's not going to happen.
But Tom giving in is Pat's going to do the song.
Exactly.
So I'm proud of you, Pat, for doing it.
Pat has not played it in a while, but he says you found the chord.
No, he didn't. He said he can't play it, and you're making it.
No, let's give it. If it derails Pat, it'll be fine.
All right. July's got the sunshine. April's got the showers. January's got the snow, and May brings all the flowers. November's got the turkey. December's got Christ. But October's got the pumpkin spice.
Yeah. It's August. August
24th, August 24th. Pumpkin spice. All right now. Pumpkin spice. Oh, a little in my latte would sure be nice. But keep it out of my shampoo. Can I give you some advice? Go easy on the pumpkin spice. You know, Tommy, I like it in a candle. I don't mind it in my tea. Oh, I love it in hooch, even though it's bad for me. Going out of my gourd, headed to rehab at Betty Ford, because I'm drinking whiskey with the pumpkin spice. I'm addicted to this stuff. Pumpkin spice, pumpkin spice. Put it in your Metamucil, will make your dookie smell nice. Don't put it in your douche. Guess no one wants to smooch. Our cooch smells like pumpkin spice.
Speak for yourself.
Pumpkin spice, yeah, pumpkin spice. Leave it out of my Doritos and my pizza slice. For you freaks who want a blumpkin, try it with a splash of pumpkin. All get sneezy with the pumpkin spice. Oh, the caves they got spelunkin', and donuts got the Dunkin'. James Brown, he put the funk in. And October and August 24th. Got the pumpkin spice. I got through it and remembered the chorus.
Yeah, nice. That was great.
Very nice.
That Metamucil line, I don't know if it's new or I forgot it. I screamed. I genuinely loved it.
That's new, actually, yeah. I try to add a little every time so you guys can all enjoy it.
And thank you, Palmer, for that fine request. See, I think the reason he wrote it was, can you believe they've already got it?
Of course.
Because, I mean, this is true of contemporary culture. There are already places that have the Christmas stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on.
You know what I can't wait for? I can't wait for, in a week, it's going to be cold one day. And I'm going to kind of change my style a little bit. And the next morning, I'm going to wear jeans and a flannel. And I will walk outside, and it'll be 97 degrees still.
Yep.
That fool's fall that happens.
Yeah, it already happened. It happened last week, didn't it, for you one day?
Yeah, a little bit. It was actually cold. It was nice.
Because it was like, whoa, this is kind of nice. And then right back to the shorts.
I have an interesting email.
Oh.
We'll be the judge.
Dear all. I expect nothing less.
We got to prove it to Kristi.
Dear all, paren, I'm not going to say dear idiots.
Okay, well, we appreciate that.
I just wanted to say that listening to your radio show every morning makes me so happy.
Oh, good.
You all are awesome, and if I have to rate this show, I'll give 100 stars if I could.
Oh.
Love Chick McGee, adore Josh, he is my favorite. Pat have unique voice, which is very sexy. Kristi Lee, Tom, Willie are wonderful too. One thing, though, I don't understand, the joke of the day. The meaning of the joke may be too complicated for me since English is my fifth language.
Wow.
Oh. I am from a different country and our humor different. I live in the state of Pennsylvania, but I am from Eastern Europe. Perhaps I will get used to Ace someday with his joke of the day. Mm-hmm. You all have a wonderful day. That's from Alma.
And that's Alma? That's true. Jokes are the toughest thing to get in a foreign language.
Well, that would make sense.
That's always fascinating to me when like American comics go overseas to different countries and how they sell out. But.
Well, that's because they're typically playing American clubs.
Yeah.
There's an American English-speaking club in Paris or whatever. Yeah, and obviously they'll have to make certain adjustments. And they're also interesting things when musicians. You ask your musician buddies about playing in Japan.
Because the crowd just sits there.
The crowd just sits there and it's very respectful and it's a whole different ballgame. But that, of course, reminds me.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
One day, going back to the bathroom. One day, the toothbrush had had enough.
Oh.
He exclaims, "I quit. I have the filthiest job in the world." And the roll of toilet paper replied, "Are you sure?"
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Yeah, things are talking in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
It's like a Toy Story thing.
I'm not even in Eastern Europe and I don't get it.
Thank you very much. Kristi Lee has retained her position at the news desk. We should report, by the way, if you've been listening all morning, when we got here this morning, there were notices all over the building that there was no water.
Correct.
And the toilets were all not working. They have been fixed. Yeah. And I told Kristi you could go home.
Right.
Because we didn't want you to have to hang out in the back like we did and pee off the porch, which I do anyways every day.
Yeah, sure
but you chose to stay here. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I was very lucky because just about the time I was about to leave and go over to Willie's and use the bathroom.
You guys can't go to my place. That's where my stuff is.
All right, or at Starbucks.
I got cool T-shirts.
Magically, the water came back on.
Don't hang out on your couch.
It's my stinky couch. Thank you very much, Ace. Actually,
it's leather, isn't it?
It's not leather. I got to get a new couch. It's got a Willie-shaped hole where I lay down in every day. And now people come over, they're leaning when they sit on it.
If you need a new couch, Chick has a whole collection.
Did you see me over here looking down at my monitor?
Minding your own business.
Minding my own business. Hoping that he wouldn't.
You know, those days are long.
Yeah, and I have all the couches that Kelly said were too ugly for you to own anymore. They're in my garage. I'll go grab one.
There you go.
Oh, really? I need to take a look at some of those because I need a new couch.
If you guys want, I mean, it's like Goodwill over at my place with all Tom's old stuff. It's a lot of fun.
I've tried this. I said kitchen table, and you said nothing.
No, there's couches, there's kitchen tables.
Do you have a rectangular one?
Sure, we got everything. All the memories that the family wants to forget.
Everything must show.
Did you hear at one point I moved from what is now Sam's house to the other place I lived, and Haywood Banks referred to it as Tom Pay. Is it like Pompeii? Because we just left everything there.
Oh, in Sam's house.
It's much easier.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah. You just buy all new. If we could all do that, it'd be great.
Well, you know.
Work hard. You know.
Yeah, great.
Get a good job.
There you go.
What do you got over there, Kristi?
Police are requesting new measures to stop sexual activity on tombstones.
We just have to make a law. It's everywhere.
According to the BBC, the one overseas,
Not Ace.
Suffolk police say there that the area has
what police?
Suffolk.
I heard sofa. Did you hear sofa?
Suffolk?
Well, we're the sofa police.
Get off that couch.
The Suffolk police say that the area has high levels of crime and antisocial behavior, including people using raised tombstones for drug and alcohol use as well as sexual activity.
That seems to be quite social to me.
Yeah, very.
It almost sounds like a party.
Offered suggestions for the planning committee to design out crime, like creating enclosures or small railings for individual tombstones. You know, that's not going to stop anybody.
I mean, isn't a slang term for a cemetery the boneyard?
Yes, but I don't think they mean you can bone somebody.
Okay. The way to do it, there is a way to keep people from going into cemeteries.
Is that right?
Install speakers, hidden speakers, and when people would enter the graveyard, all of a sudden, zombie noises.
Oh, that'd be cool, actually.
Terrifying.
That would work.
Sounds like people digging from the inside.
I love going through cemeteries. They're fascinating. Do you ever do that? Like when you're in a foreign city or...
I have gone to like so-called famous cemeteries, yeah.
Which ones? Like where Jim Morrison's buried or something?
I've been there.
Salem, Massachusetts has some of the country's oldest.
Cool.
So I've done those. And then some in London.
Did you talk to the people?
No, I haven't spoken to any of them.
I mean, do you look down at the ground and say, "How's it going?"
I've done that on a personal level, but I haven't done that in.
Shame you don't have an iPhone, even though you've been dead for 300 years.
Yeah, they would have loved it, wouldn't they?
Would you be upset? Should you be buried in a traditional grave? Would you be upset if you thought people were making love on top of you?
No, I don't care. I'm dead. What do I care?
Making love on top of you.
Have you ever done it in a grave?
I've not. No, I don't really have much interest in doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with them doing it on top of me. When I'm on top, I get too sweaty, so it'd probably just be easier that way.
Yeah, you're on top.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so the authorities they're going to fence off each individual grave?
They're
that
talking
seems like
about
a waste of money.
Doesn't it?
There's no way that many people are doing this.
I know.
No, it's a waste of money. Graveyards. Build an apartment on top of that thing. My goodness. Come on. Let's get some retail space in here. I want to go to Panera Bread.
That's right. Where's the Starbucks? Hello?
Well, they don't want people having sex on the tombstones.
Of course, but
they're afraid it might lead to dancing, and then got people dancing.
That old nugget.
dancing on graves.
A little reverse.
Are you going to have like the Griswold family plot where you have one of those big mausoleum-y things?
Yes.
And all
and what I really hate is when you're in a graveyard, it'll say, Thomas Y. Jenkins, and then it's got the dates, and he died in 2017. Then it's got the wife's name, and it's just the dash.
Yeah, but they have to do that. I mean, if they're going to share it, she's not dead yet.
Mm-hmm.
What if she remarries? Then what happens?
That happened to my mom. She's on her ex-husband's grave.
One shouldn't remarry. You guys know I'm totally against that.
So have they talked about that?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, Kristi, if that were the case, you could potentially be on 3 graves with 1 to go.
Yeah. So you've
Well,
got
we
that
never
going
we
for you.
never
Would it
did.
be
Never
in
talked
poor
about
taste?
that.
Would it be in poor taste to be in the same graveyard, or could you just have one in each, and they could divvy up your ashes?
Maybe I could just have my own little plot for all my
So,
ex-husbands.
Pat, what were you saying now?
My mom was married to a fellow who passed away, and her name is on the tombstone.
Passed away, poisoned. The thing is, that he's just as dead.
And has the discussion of what will happen, and God forbid your mother should pass, but
well, she will eventually.
What
with her new fella? I don't know if they've had that discussion, but it should be a big one.
Yeah, that'll be awkward.
Yeah.
Your mom has a new fella?
Yeah, she's been married a long time.
This is the way I find out.
She's been married forever.
Well,
25 years or so.
Well, you were corresponding with her, trying to.
Yeah, you'd think she'd stop sexting you.
If that's what you want to call it. I gave her the old corresponding.
You were sexting another woman while you're sexting my grandmother?
Yep.
What is wrong with you?
I get around, pal.
Speaking of old women, an 84-year-old woman in Colorado is over halfway to her goal of completing 1,000 skydives.
Wow.
CBS Colorado reports Kim Knorr first tried skydiving in 1959.
Oh, yeah, the soup baron.
When she was 20 years old. KNOR. Skydiving even brought her and her husband together, but when he had a bad accident testing parachutes...
Boy, that's a gig.
Wait,
they don't test them on the ground?
Honey, I walked by the bakery, and they had in the front window, now hire.
So I ripped off one of the things.
What do you think? Nope, I like testing parachutes.
I can't get life insurance.
Good God.
Knorr vowed that after that accident, she would no longer skydive. It took her 37 years to start skydiving again, and now with 600 jumps under her belt, she hopes to complete 1,000 in her lifetime.
This parachute testing's the worst gig I've had since testing those bulletproof vests.
The octogenarian said, quote, anytime life gets too difficult or too sad, just go make a jump and everything's good.
Okay.
All right.
Good for this lady.
Hope she makes it.
Well, I mean, you
to
mean
1,000.
To 1,000.
Oh, okay, I thought
1,000 jumps. Okay,
not 1,000 years.
Testing parachutes.
That's the
is really
story.
something.
I mean, isn't it pretty much a binary situation? It's either
Couldn't you put anything in there?
It's like either
it works
yes,
or it doesn't.
or no. I mean, I guess there might be an in between where you've got a streamer and you crawl out of the mud with 40 broken bones.
Yeah, it's like sometimes in like a test, it'll be like yes or no, and they'll give you a small place for the other answer. There's got to be a lot of lines for that other answer. There's a lot of explaining to do.
It's my clavicle.
The crepe paper one doesn't work.
Burlap one too hard.
Man, that could have ended well.
Who thought cement would work?
Look, you said there's no bad ideas in a brainstorm, okay?
They don't really go into detail about what kind of accident her husband had.
I'm looking it up. We'll be back if I find
Six
it.
birds tied to my hat doesn't work. Tom and
That's
Jerry
just
at work.
ridiculous.
Right now, it's time to check in with Chick McGee, knowing that the rest of the day he's going to be at the compound, chilling,
curled up in the fetal position,
reading about the NFL
with my chunky sweater and the air conditioner cranked down to 63, making believe it's not August, September,
winter,
maybe November,
colder.
Thank you. Yes, that's exactly.
Just trying to help.
That's exactly right. Thank you.
We got the clock ticking. Let's get
Simply
going.
Safe, the do-it-yourself, design-it-yourself home security system, and they got something new. It's called 24/7 LiveGuard protection to help stop crime in real time. Simply Safe professional agents can actually see, speak to, and deter intruders in your home through Smart Alarm wireless indoor camera. 24/7 LiveGuard protection made possible by that indoor camera, available with Fast Protect monitoring plan. And it's the only camera that could trigger the alarm and instantly deter intruders with a built-in siren and advanced motion detection, plus Vision AI. The Smart Alarm indoor camera can sense the difference between potential intruders and pets to reduce false alarms. And right now, Bob and Tom Show listeners, listen up. We got you a deal. Get a special 20% off any Simply Safe system when you sign up for a free month trial of Fast Protect monitoring. The special offer for a limited time only. Just visit simplysafetom.com. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Simply Safe. Read the reviews. Unbelievable. They are so, so good. When we come back, it's a little bit of history for you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Inside and have fun.
Are you done?
I could go on.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Dude.
Josh Arnold with the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick.
Chick, how the heck are you?
I'm all right. I just had a donut. I've never been
nice.
What kind? What kind of donut?
Cream filled.
Oh.
Was it cream or custard?
Both.
Oh.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
That must have been bursting at the seams.
Oh, yeah.
Just thinking about it. You had that story, Kristi, about being a guest at someone's house.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'll ask you this, Josh, because you seem to be the one that's most amenable to having guests at your home. So let's just say I'm over at your house for the week and I don't live in town anymore.
I'd love that, yeah.
Okay. And I sit down at the television set.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get to choose what I watch?
Yeah.
Sure.
So you say to me, hey, there's the hockey game on that I want to watch. I don't know. I think I'd rather watch this.
Wait a minute. Whose house is it?
It's Josh's.
Now, at my house, though, the guest room does have a TV.
Man. So would you send me into the guest room to watch my show so you could watch your hockey game? Do you have a big screen TV?
Yeah. I'd probably go, oh, yeah, cool, man, have at it. And I would go watch the hockey game either in my room or in the guest room.
I see. Okay.
Goodness gracious. How many TVs do you have?
I have 3.
Wow.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's a lot.
Yeah. Those are rookie numbers. I got 40. My house looks like Buffalo Wild
40?
Wings. Yeah,
okay,
cool.
yeah.
How many you got, Chick?
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Okay.
3 in one room. But it's kind of a bar setting.
Right.
Do you set them all? Are they automatically on the same channel?
No.
He's just watching 3 different episodes of Doogie Howser at the same time.
Don't you criticize Neil Patrick Harris.
No, he's got Fox News, MSNBC, and CNN all at the same time while he polishes a gun.
I mumble, I've got your fair and balance right here.
I'm pretty sure that was actually a scene in the Elvis movie. I think that exact thing happened in
You're
Elvis.
right.
Yeah, didn't he shoot out all 3 of them?
Yep.
Okay. Time now for today. In history.
And
August 24th.
We have an audio bonus for today in history.
Oh, really?
It is the birthday of a good friend of the show, comedian Dana Gould. He was born on this date in 1964.
We better hurry up.
And he has something to say about that, and here it is.
I was born on August 24th, 1964, which is 9 months and 2 days after the Kennedy assassination.
Oh.
Wow.
Which tells you all you need to know about how my father processes grief. And now when I see the footage of the assassination, I get nervous because I realize if he misses, I might not be here. Hurry up! He's almost at the underpass!
Wow.
One of many funny stories about the Kennedy assassination.
Yes, indeed.
You know, they lost his brain. Do you know
What do you
this?
mean they lost his brain?
By the way, Google this. Do not take my word for it. They took the brain out of his head to weigh it, and then it went away. And the theory is that
someone.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They think that the Kennedy family had it removed so it wouldn't become some sort of grisly artifact. I like to think that 10 years after the Kennedy assassination, when you were elected president, the first thing they did was they took you down into the basement of the CIA where you met a very special chimp. We're having a lot of problems with the economy. Well, the problem is the lira is sinking everything. Let me throw my poop at the wall and see what sticks. I'll come back in an hour.
Dana Gould, happy birthday. That's such a classic.
It's so fun.
A couple other quick birthdays. Friend of the show, 1965, Reggie Miller.
Reggie.
9 points in 8 seconds.
3-1.
I think we should all have a day off on Reggie's birthday.
Reggie was pretty good, wasn't he?
You know what, Josh?
He's a good guy.
I think a lot of NBA analysts would agree that Reggie Miller was pretty good.
Happy birthday to Rupert Grint. Do you know who Mr. Grint is?
Grint?
Is he Ron Weasley?
Yes.
I thought that was Hermione. It was something named Grint.
He's
Grunt.
Ron, the Harry Potter.
No, I say.
Rupert Grunt. Rather unfortunate.
Wait a minute.
Godwin keeps us in line.
No water in the bathrooms today at the Frigamall building. Wait a minute. There is water in the bathrooms. All is well. Our long national nightmare's finally over. Willie says we can't use his house to use the bathroom ever.
I got all my stuff in there,
Don't
you
even
guys.
think
We're not going to mess with
Kristi's
your
going to
stuff.
ruin my Rocket League record.
Why would you do that?
Yes, Josh and I
Because
wanted
I'm
to see
terrible.
Kristi squat in the front yard here at the Frigamall building.
You guys missed it. Sorry.
And the most surprising thing about today that we learned was Kristi went to McDonald's and got a plain cheeseburger and no French fries.
Yeah, I felt bad about it afterwards.
You should. What in the
I might
hell?
have to go back. Am I the only one that gets a Happy Meal?
I know people that do that.
Yeah, you and plenty of other
I like a
9-year-old
Happy
girls.
Meal every now and
No, it's the perfect size.
For you, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
I
toy
would
do you
require
say? Do you tell a boy or a girl?
They don't do that anymore.
Really?
Thank you very much.
That's about
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Expert entrepreneur Ed Milet is on a mission to max out your life.
I exist here weekly so that you can make your dreams come true, become the man or woman you're capable of, and then pay it forward.
It's time to get laser focused on peak performance.
Clarity equals focus, and focus equals success. That's what I'm here to do every week with you. Max out.
The Ed Milet Show. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.